Hello, hello, darlings. Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. How is everybody's Sunday going? Hope your weekend was well. There was lots of things that happened this weekend. One of which being sonic booms. Sonic booms. Although I find them a little suspicious. I find them a little sus. A little sussy sus. What do you guys think? Is it sus? I don't know. Lunch actually sounds good. I've not done lunch yet. There was crazy winds and rain yesterday. Rain was not fun. I love my intro. I'm very proud of it because I made it myself, and it was literally my first time ever editing anything. Literally had to figure it all out myself, how to put the music in, how to run two different pieces of music in, which is what I did with the outro, which was my second try at ever editing video. So I'm very proud of my intro and outro because I made them both myself. Wait, what? YouTube's been censoring and disappearing comments. It was problem overnight in JFK's chat. What the actual fuck? Why? Why are they doing that? Okay, so newsflash, everyone. In case that happens to you, please know that we are not doing it. It is happening apparently with YouTube. Thank you, Rose. I'm very proud of it because it was, again, my first and second tries at ever editing anything. I had to figure it all out from scratch by myself, like an asshole. So I'm very proud of what I was able to do when it comes to that. That's for sure. It kicked you out 3 times completely. That's fucking weird. Last night, not today yet, right? Just last night. That's so weird. I don't know why it would do that. So strange to me. So freaking strange. Okay, so we have quite a few things to talk about today. Actually, there's lots of things to talk about today. Last night. Okay, see, here's something weird about last night, okay? While you're saying that YouTube was being funny, right? And kicking people out and censoring comments, guess what? I tried to transfer $20 from my Cash App into my bank account. It's my regular bank account. And I transferred it, except it did not appear in my bank account. And I kept checking and checking and checking and checking and checking and checking. And it was only this morning that it actually got there. I wanted my coffee, man. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck that happened, right? And I had no idea what was going on. None at all. And so I'm like, this is weird, right? Why is that happening? Oh, Laura, thank you. Lorelai sends $5 and says, Sunday fun day. Thank you, girl. Thank you so much. Getting started early, huh? Okay, so I find it funny, right? We all know that there was some sort of meteor thing that happened yesterday between Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Here's the weird part. A few days ago, people said over in North Carolina that they heard the same boom. Okay. Government claimed it was meteors, shower, or whatever the fuck, asteroid, meteor, whatever. Okay. Then last night, I was reading people in California. So this is long after we heard it here in Massachusetts. Okay. And my friend in Florida last night was walking her dog. Kind of got a little bit of a video. Can't really see it too well in the video, but she hears this big loud boom and then sees this thing in the sky, right? So really strange, because if it's a meteor or an asteroid, you would expect to see it in 1, maybe 2 places, but we're seeing it not just 1 or 2 places, but all over the country at all different times. A couple days ago, up till now. I don't know. Something seems sus to me. Then we had weird internet interferences, I would guess, from the electromagnetic pulse. So is it a meteor or an asteroid? Is it a EMP attack from a different country? With YouTube messing shit up, with my bank account app not working right, 2 apps not working right. Like, what the fuck is actually going on? Now, listen, I'm not, always a conspiracy theorist, but I do feel like something fishy's going on here. Something's a little fishy, right? We could probably agree that something just don't fucking seem right with that. And I don't know how many of you guys, it's the aliens, right? Beam me up, Scotty. You don't think it's an EMP attack, electromagnetic pulse? Listen, I reached out to my contacts in the three-letter government agencies to find out if anybody knows what the fuck is going on. You know, really, that is strange. Okay, see, so it's not just me. All right, all right. See what I'm saying? I'm trying to put things together here. Okay. Weird. Weird. All right, hold on. I got a clip. Let's see what this says. Well, that's the thing, is it hasn't stopped, right? Hasn't stopped. It started like once it happened here, and that was at like noontime. Then more in Florida later in the day, right? And a couple days ago in North Carolina. Like, I don't know, something seems a little fishy. You know, 3 days ago on the 27th, a fireball lit up the skies across Northeast Ohio Tuesday morning, and they say it was a 7-ton asteroid entered the atmosphere and broke apart. NASA confirmed. That was 3 days ago. So you're telling me we're just having asteroids everywhere, all over the fucking country in multiple days? I don't know. I'm not. Being somewhat of a conspiracy theorist is not a bad thing, because as you guys know, some conspiracies are actually true, right? Of course, there are some wild out there ones that probably are not true, but there are some that are, right? And having a healthy
in the U.S. tonight into this.
He's like, let's check this out. Okay, let's check this out. Let's see what this says here.
In the U.S. tonight into this incredible sight seen in several states, a 7-ton meteor shooting across the sky. The sonic boom heard over multiple states. The meteor 6 feet in diameter, the ground shaking. Here's Rhiannon Alley tonight.
Tonight, NASA says this bright red fireball streaking through the sky, moving at 40,000 miles per hour and seen from at least 10 states, is a rare daylight meteor crashing into Earth.
Oh, what the was that?
The asteroid bursting through the Earth's atmosphere, sending loud sonic booms, rattling homes from Ohio to Kentucky. The blast so powerful it shook the ground, the rumbling registering on a seismograph.
It was just like a boom, like that.
The meteor seen just before 9 a.m. for barely 5 seconds, traveling more than 34 miles in the upper atmosphere before breaking apart above Medina, Ohio, and seen across the Northeast.
Anybody see or hear what blew up? Definitely too big for fireworks. We felt the shockwave. We're not sure what it is, but it was big.
NASA says the meteor, nearly 6 feet in diameter, weighing roughly 7 tons, lit up the sky. It was even spotted by a NOAA satellite in space, unleashing the same amount of energy as 250 tons of TNT.
This thing just broke apart violently, scattered fragments everywhere. And this explosion generated a shock wave or a pressure wave that traveled to the ground. And that's the explosions people saw.
Aisha Jones lives in Maple Heights outside Cleveland and had just put her small children down for a nap when she says her house shook.
I immediately thought that somebody ran into my house or something big had hit the house.
David, NASA says what makes this so uncommon is that it went over a populated area. And while 40,000 miles per hour is really fast for a human, it's actually slow for a meteor. David?
Yeah, it's all perspective. Imagine being one of those drivers today who we heard in that piece, Rhiannon. Thank you.
Okay, that was 3 days ago, you guys. 3 days ago, okay? So we're getting there. We're getting there, Freeze. We're getting there, right? We're getting there. That was 3 fucking days ago in Ohio, Kentucky, parts of New York, okay? All right. Now, back to yesterday, okay? Back to fucking yesterday. Where the fuck is it? We do have videos from yesterday. And it's fucking wild to me. I don't care about these fucking, why do people do, I don't want to never ending fucking Dogecoin, whatever the fuck you want to talk about. Where is it? Hold on. Massachusetts. Yeah, Massachusetts is trending on X. Okay, so here we go. Hold on. Not yet, no. Thank you, Kim. That was really nice of you. I appreciate that. I haven't heard of any damage yet, Sarah. I'm on the South Coast. So, okay, it says a meteor, right? Roughly a yard wide entered the atmosphere over the Northeast today. That was yesterday. And the boom shook homes from Massachusetts to Montreal. Residents thought it was an explosion or a falling tree. The 2026 sky keeps finding new ways to surprise us. I don't know. Again, something just seems really fucking suspicious about all of this. See it? And let's look at the sky right here. So just feel. Like, I don't know. Yeah, Canada. Right? Canada. So I don't know. Did it take out the TVNX? I wish. The Tanties. There's another one. Hold on. This one says it's the 3-foot wide meteor enters the atmosphere of Massachusetts and New Hampshire border, causing a loud boom over Boston. It was more than just Boston that heard it, right? Dash cam footage in central Mass captures a meteor entering the atmosphere near Boston, causing a loud boom explosion heard throughout the state and as far as Rhode Island.
Back here in the U.S., mysterious loud booms shaking multiple neighborhoods from New England to South Carolina. Let's bring in ABC's Olivia Rubin. And Olivia, what are authorities saying about this now?
Take a look at this home security video capturing the moment that powerful boom echoed across Cumberland, Rhode Island.
Hear it?
The U.S. Geological Survey now saying this was a sonic boom, possibly caused by a suspected meteor that may have exploded high above the Massachusetts coast. It comes just days after another mysterious boom shook parts of South Carolina. Officials said that sound was also consistent with a sonic boom, not an earthquake.
Oh, cool. How many of those are we going to get is the question, right? I don't know. It's something
so
seems
many
a little
people
suspicious.
reporting those loud booms. Thank you, Olivia.
I mean, something seems suspect. I'm just saying. All right. Like, for me, what are the odds that it keeps happening? Right. What about the one that was heard last night in Florida that my friend took a video of? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, this was long after the Massachusetts one here in Mass and New York. Like, I don't know. Here's another one. Come on.
What the hell is that?
Like, what the hell? That's the AC I have. It's on a chassis like that. It's what it sounded like. It sounded like
What the hell
thunder.
is that?
Kind of. Like, what the actual fuck? A lot of people, so my husband was at a tournament and it was raining, right, in Rhode Island. And they were sort of sitting in the car, and the people next to them were in their car, and they had a pop-up tent, and it was like, they tied it sort of to like the car itself so that the pop-up tent was sort of over the open door of the car so they could like sit, but also be around the car, right? And so they're all sitting there waiting in between games to play one of their games.
What the hell is that?
Oh, sorry, let me. And all of a sudden they hear this boom sound. And at first, the people in the car next to them were like a ball hit, they thought like a fly ball, like smashed one of their windows in the car that they're in. So the guy gets out. My husband's like, he swore to God that a ball must have hit the car. That's how, loud it was inside of the car. And he's like, he's checking under it. He's checking the roof. And we're telling him, like, no ball came this way, right? Like, there's no ball that came this way. Nobody hit a fly ball. Like, there's no ball that hit your car. Damage. So there's no damage on the car, right? All they heard was that sort of loud boom. You know what I mean? Well, that's the thing, right? Like, we don't know where the landing site is. I don't think we know where it is. That's the problem. Where are the worlds, right? I don't know. Something seems suspicious, though. I don't know. I mean, I heard it inside the house, but it was very like, I thought it was thunder. I had my AC on, just for the fan, because it was cold out yesterday. I just wanted the fan on, not the AC itself. So I had the fan on. And then what I thought, because we had heard it a bunch of times already, was the barrels falling over, because yesterday was trash day for us because it was like 1 day off because of the holiday that was on Monday. And so the trash trucks had already come early in the morning, but people's barrels who weren't home yet to bring them in yesterday were like flying all over the place and hitting the ground and blah, 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 right? So me and my daughter are just sitting in the bedroom watching TV together, and we hear that what sounds like, you know, thunder. That's what it sounded like. And so I look out the window and I assume, wrongly so, obviously, but I assume it must have been barrels just hitting the ground again because there was so much wind yesterday. And then I found out around what time that boom happened, and it was at the same time as I was looking out the freaking window. So obviously what I thought was thunder or the barrels hitting the ground from the wind was in fact not. I don't know, something is, I don't know. I'm not buying that it's all these asteroids, days apart from each other. I don't know, something seems a little off about that. And then of course, what I noticed after that was that my apps for Cash App and Chime were not working right. Like something was up with those. And then some people are telling me, obviously, some things were up with YouTube. I know that a lot of the time electromagnetic pulses can happen when an asteroid comes down. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like something, other radio stations playing It's the End of the World as we know it. I don't know. I just feel like
Did you just hear that?
Maybe we just aren't being told the actual truth.
Did you just
I don't know. It's a very real possibility that, they just want to say that it's asteroids and maybe there's something else. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. You never have that like intuition or feeling like in your bones that like something just doesn't sit right. Like something doesn't make sense. Like for me, with all of what I've seen today, it just doesn't really make sense to me that it could just be asteroids. See, Rose said she was out most of the day and noticed nothing. In the Philly Burbs, I don't know. It just seems strange to me that this would happen multiple times in multiple states throughout multiple days. I don't know. It's weird. Usually it's like a one time, like a one every so often, not like, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you got to think about, is the government really going to want to tell you what the truth is? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to cause mass chaos. Oh, speaking of Epstein, good thing you just reminded me, Breeze. The Epstein victims have now come out and said they're compiling a list of their own. Congress won't do it. Actually, Representative Macy said that he would before he leaves Congress. And the reason why, let's be real, he wasn't voted back in is ultimately because he stood for the Epstein victims. I fully believe that. Regardless of what you like or don't like about the man's politics, which, again, I don't really follow his politics, I can give great respect for him for sticking up for the Epstein victims. Not many people in Congress were willing to do that because they knew the consequence would be they wouldn't be voted back in, yet he did it anyway. And so, I have great respect for that. But the victims have come out, the Epstein victims have come out and said they are going to compile a list of their own. And the rep has said that he will read them, that list, on the floor of Congress. So, I mean, they said, we know who I have a clip. We know who abused us. We know who was there all the time, and so so they're Aiden's gonna blame it on Meredith. The sonic boom was Meredith's fault, I also have another, this is my friend who was in Florida. She said, hold on. Meteor on Saturday was spotted as far away as Canada and appeared on several radar scans based on an extensive analysis of all available radar data. If any debris reached the ground, it would be in Cape Cod, north of Barnstable, and west of Eastham. So they're saying it would have splashed down in the water. Likely splashdown area, water depth 70 to 100 feet in the water. Like, come on. What are the chances it just misses land completely and just, crashes down in the water? I don't know. Right? I mean, I agree. It goes beyond politics. The Epstein victims are victims. And I think the problem with, of course, politicians and other people wanting to say anything about the Epstein perpetrators is that the victim made a very, strong statement. well, the victims made a very strong statement. I'll show it to you guys, but where they essentially are like, I don't care if it's a world leader or a judge or a politician or a billionaire. Like, you don't get to hide behind it. You know, you're not better than the law. Simply, you still have to follow the law. And we need to show people that they still need to follow the law, regardless of if you are influential in any way. There's one justice system, as we know. There isn't. There's clearly two, but, you know.
All right, did you just hear that massive boom? It seems like so many of us across the state of Massachusetts and all over New England heard it. We're getting reports in from Tewksbury, Haverhill, Boston, Needham, Watertown, literally all over the state of Massachusetts, from people saying that they heard this massive boom. So we're waiting to hear from officials about exactly what happened. We're in a neighborhood in Needham and we were checking out storm damage. We talked to one neighbor who lives here who said he actually came out of his house because he thought something had happened.
Very scary, but I'll tell you, it was so loud that it felt like it was like literally right in the backyard.
That dog is so cute.
All right, did you just hear that massive
Okay,
boom?
thanks,
It seems
lady.
like
We don't know. She gets on and says, "Did you guys hear that?" No, lady, because you weren't live. So yeah. The American Meteor Society says the 3-foot meteor caused a large boom heard across Massachusetts and part of the Northeast. I still don't see anybody reporting about it happening in Florida, where my friend took a fucking video. You know what I mean? Weird. You know? Right to his new house.
News, that sonic boom shaking homes from Massachusetts to New Hampshire was a fireball traveling at roughly 75,000 miles per hour that fragmented midair, 40 miles high.
You hear a logic explosion in
Oh, that fucking guy.
I heard it and felt it, but no idea where it came from.
It literally felt like someone was slamming all our doors in the house at once.
Manny Karosh says seconds after he heard the boom, his entire house began to rumble.
You can see in the footage that I provided, you can see like the physical shaking of the cameras. Whatever that shockwave was enough to literally move things.
NASA says the fireball was a natural object and not a re-entry of space debris or a satellite.
I mean, not big boom, but
the energy
Massachusetts
release
was.
that breakup is estimated to be equivalent to about.
So today's news, though, it's already out of there already. I'm actually shocked, but.
All was a natural object and not a re-entry of space debris or a satellite, adding the energy released at breakup is estimated to be equivalent to about 300 tons of TNT.
It's a lot of TNT.
Gio
Shakes the
Benitez,
whole
ABC
house.
News, New York.
Yeah, see, that's wild. I don't know. Something seems not right about it. You know? Yeah, I have it on my list of things to talk about, believe me. Oh, God. Tractor trailer crash on the side of the Mass Pike in Framingham here in Mass. That is wild. All right. This guy says 2 hours ago, there is still zero credible videos of the supposed meteor that exploded over Massachusetts yesterday. Skies were totally overcast. NASA says it exploded 40 miles up with the equivalent energy of 300 tons of TNT. The sonic boom is undeniable and goes east. East picked up a lightning flash, light and plasma, but that's not direct confirmation of a boldy midair explosion. That's probably what it was, but again, we can't state that definitively 100% as most pundits or media outlets are doing. Not me. Reports for the South Carolina sonic boom on the 28th were even more widespread across the USA. It was definitely a much bigger event, and we have zero evidence for it being from a boldy midair explosion. No eyewitness accounts, video, or satellite flash imagery. Raspberry Shake data indicates the sonic boom rumbled for under 20 seconds and was more powerful than the Blue Origin Glen rocket explosion that occurred a few hours afterwards in Florida. But that was the 28th. What was the boom that we heard in Florida last night? No matter how you slice it, this is troubling. Either we had two back-to-back powerful mid-air boldy explosions over the U.S. East Coast following after a record global fireball surge from March to mid-April, or something else is happening atmospherically. Super bolts that we're pretty clueless to. That is seriously concerning. Wowza. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday, how it was how he was canceled
and
yesterday.
exploding. And welcome everyone. I am your host, Stefan Burns. Today, reporting on another sonic boom that has hit the eastern United States, making this the second sonic boom in 3 days. We had one that hit on the 28th
Oh, he opened his
May,
Saturday show with talking shit. Oh, shocker.
at 21:24
He's mad
Universal
because
Time.
I
That would be
streamed it.
5:24 p.m. local time there. That was
Fuck him.
right over
I got some
Columbia.
tanties to show you guys.
And when I reported on this to the live stream, pretty soon after it occurred on that day, there were 1,500
TNTs on him.
just reports of this. No one actually saw this thing.
I got a good report that he might tanty out over.
Boom, not an earthquake. There's no ground shaking, just a big blast of compressional energy in the air. That was on the 28th. Today, we've had another one, this time just north of Boston here at 18:05 Universal Time. That'd be 2:05 p.m. local time.
Oh, I got something else you might rage out over.
This one has
We'll get to it in a minute.
evidence for it.
Don't you worry.
And there are a variety of things that we can look at, which we're going to do in this video. For example, we have our American Meteor Society reports for this event. There's also satellite imagery that we have. We did this last time too. We looked at our satellite lightning flash density map, basically for the event that occurred over South Carolina and was picked up across most of the nearby states, by the way. So this was a big thing.
Get him a
We did not detect any flash of plasma in the atmosphere as a result of, a bolide coming in, exploding, something like that.
Oh,
we didn't pick it up. Well, for this Boston event, we do have a flash here. We can give it a look.
Which, according to this guy, makes no sense, because if we have the data from Boston, but the one from North Carolina was bigger, so it should have registered. I don't know. Even this guy says something's not right. I don't know. This is the stuff. I'm looking at this stuff for the first time with you guys, and I just feel in my bones that something just isn't right. I don't care what NASA says, obviously. I don't give a fuck what our government says. Reports suggest the noise came from Massachusetts resident opening their latest utility bill. I fucking agree with this. I agree with that. Our utility bills are higher than 47 states. It's some of the most expensive utility bills in the country, and it's fucking insane. A cost with our cost of living being one of the biggest in the entire fucking country. So if you just, throw it up there with, we have the most expensive utilities, rent, and food. I mean, you're basically squeezing us until we don't fucking breathe anymore. That's what's happening. Oh yeah, See, that's the thing, is you can have as many experts as you want, but for me, I don't know. I'm gonna go with my gut every fucking time, expert or not. And I just feel like something's not right, you're gonna have to get cheese for the wine that's incoming. So you want to see a crash out. I do have something he may crash the fuck out over. He's probably already crashing out at this moment about it. So I guess we'll just have to play the video.
Grab the tea, because Twitter is melting down again.
And then...
I can't go back! I can't go back! I can't go back!
These idiots will buy anything I sell.
Okay. Now, this is something he might crash out over. Also, before I show the thing that he might crash out over, I want to make something abundantly clear here. Please hold, guys, 1 second. Okay. let me make something abundantly clear to the turtle riders. They don't seem to understand. There's a few things they don't fucking understand. Number one, they don't seem to understand that his defamation case is not going to be a rehash of the Karen Reed case. And I'm going to make that clear to everybody here too. His defamation case does not need, what did I see earlier from somebody? It doesn't need, okay, the transcripts from Karen's first 2 trials. Chris Matai does not need the transcripts from Karen's first 2 trials to bring defamation suits against Hayden, okay, or Karen. Does not need those. They're not necessary, okay? I don't know why people think that that's like a thing. It's not a thing. It's not necessary. They don't need them. This is not a rehash of the Karen Reed trial, okay? This is a defamation suit. These are 2 completely different and separate things, all right? The other thing is the turtle riders, I'm going to make clear too, this amazing thing that they think that Aiden has fed to them or that he read on the show so they think it's a thing, is Chris Matai was well within his right to send that letter to Timcast, and he can send it to every single place or show that Aiden is going to try to attend. He has every legal right to do that. Let me make it clear to the turtle riders, it is not witness intimidation. It is not, his lawyer's not going to magically, Chris Matai's not magically going to be a witness now because he sent that letter. I mean, I don't know who's feeding you guys this ridiculous bullshit, but it's not a thing, okay? Turtle riders, it's not a fucking thing, all right? He has every legal right to do that. Sorry, not sorry. He can do it over and over and over and over again. He's telling people about their legal liability. He has every right to warn them of that. There's nothing Aiden can do about it. He cannot claim witness intimidation. He cannot claim defamation himself. The lawyers have the right to do that and can do that, okay? Oh, I don't know, is he? I think he thinks it's good for him that Tim canceled the show. That's what he keeps claiming. But of course, he has to claim a win on things that just simply aren't. When grenades have been launched, maybe. Girl, listen, clothes are a thing that I desperately need, so I feel you on that. But of course, the kids are always first, Even the turtle chats can't tame his anger. He's such an ungrateful prick, honestly. An ungrateful motherfucker. Like, I just would be so grateful to be receiving the, funds that he receives from people. He's just so fucking ungrateful. It's wild, The canceller sure is mad about someone canceling him. Well, he's going to be even madder about this next thing then, I guess, If I was Tim, I fucking wouldn't. I don't want that legal liability. I don't want to deal with that shit show. Even if I want to pretend publicly facing that, oh my God, don't look at him, which in turn makes people look at him. That'll appease him, right? That'll appease him and make him think Tim's sort of like on his side while not trying to kill free speech, but also listening to his attorney. So it'll appease Aiden for a while and it'll keep the turtle riders at bay. But in reality, do we really think that guy wants to deal with years and years of a lawsuit that he's dragged into? No, which is why ultimately he did not have Aiden on. And he can be a proponent of 1A as much as he wants, but if he was that much of a fucking proponent of 1A, then he clearly would have just had Aiden on, right? If he really thought it was worth the risk and Aiden didn't do anything wrong at all, he would have disregarded what his attorney said and just had him on anyway, right? Actions speak louder than words. He can say whatever he wants to try to help Aiden out in the long run and appease him so he doesn't attack him. But in reality, if he really gave a fuck about 1A and wanted to fight for what was right and thought Aiden did nothing wrong, then he wouldn't be listening to attorneys who told him to just not have him on if there wasn't an actual legal liability there, obviously. Okay? You think there's a hit piece being made? Yeah, there is. It's called a mockumentary. There's a mockumentary. I mean, not for nothing, but what choice does Jeff at Compelling Pictures really have? All this shit he shot, he paid him. Like, what choice do you have other than to make it into a mockumentary if you want somebody to buy it? Just saying, nobody's going to buy it the way it's at. You know what I mean? Yeah, he said don't follow, don't pay attention on purpose. He was being sarcastic. That was his point, is he's being fucking sarcastic. And that, in my opinion, is to appease the turtle riders. It's to appease Aiden in a way where he's like, oh, I'll give you some traffic by saying this thing and sending people to you. But just know I can't because my lawyer said I can't. So it's a way to appease Aiden, but at the same time, be like, I'll throw you a bone so you don't send your idiot minions to fucking harass my life. You know? And that's the funny part is he's crying about cancel culture. That man has tried to cancel me, Brian, Mike, and about a million other fucking people, right? He actively tries to cancel us, all right? Still, to this day. So, well, he also will never stop talking about Karen even though she hates him. Just saying. Just saying. He is a propagandist. I agree. He has to twist everything to fit his narrative, to make him the victim, to make it sound like he's winning when he's in fact losing hardcore. Hey, Nan. Oh, girl, you don't have to tell me. I have tank tops, t-shirts, and leggings. That's what I own. That's what I own. Legit. The way he makes it seem like it's your pleasure for paying him your honor to send him money. Yeah. Well, that's the sad part, right? Which is like he's not grateful for what he has, right? Most of us pay rent on the 1st. So today, this week is a tight week for us all. And so all we can do is hope that our shows go well on the weekends and that we make a little bit of money so that we can, take the kids for ice cream or, pay more on the electric bill that are through the roof, he, as you point out, you have to be, it's $5 or more. And it's such an honor that you're sending him money. You should feel amazed and starstruck to send him money. It's your duty as a follower to send him money, which is fucking wild to me. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody can afford to do that. I know that's the other thing. 6 million followers and he wants to shit on someone. Like he thinks he's the smartest thing in the world. He also thinks he's the best thing in the world. He forgets that he doesn't even have a 10% retention rate, He is jealous. He's a very jealous human being. Very, very jealous human being. Oh my God, yes. I would love a Cricut day. I have a Cricut. It would be fun to just make stuff via Cricut. I love my Cricut. I just haven't really had a chance to do that. I do have blank t-shirts, but I am out of like small, medium, and large. I think all I have is like extra large up to like 5X. So I definitely need to get different ones. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Nan, did you hear any booms in New Jersey? He was referring to some Netflix doc. Well, there is going to be a Netflix doc that the Alberts and McCabe's were a part of. But it's not going to make him look good. That's for sure. And yes, that will be coming out on Netflix. So, womp, womp, womp. No booms in New Jersey, she said. You didn't hear the boom either, Allie? I thought it was just thunder, to be honest with you. In Newton, yeah, see, right close to Boston. So you should have heard it, right? I don't know. But that's it. He's the winner because he always wins. Like he just says it enough that people believe it, They canceled his cult initiation in West Virginia this weekend. No hide the hot dog for him. Yeah, that's where he was. West Virginia, I believe. That's where Tim's show is. But, you heard and felt it? Eric said she heard and felt it. See? I didn't feel anything. I'll tell you guys that. But again, I'm closer to Rhode Island. Although it was heard, my husband heard it. He was in the middle of Rhode Island for his tournament, and he heard it. What the fuck? YouTube known issues just popped up on my screen, and why is it in Russian? I don't even know what that says. What the fuck? All right, that just brings my weird level up. I need to take a picture of that. Like, that brings my fucking weird level up like a billion. Like, what? The fuck? Listen, when I get YouTube issues on my dashboard, it's never in Russian. It's in English. And they don't show me something that's happening. I don't know. This is fucking weird. Took a picture of it. This is weird. Your house shook? Yeah, some people said that. Their house shook, Weird. It's so fucking weird. It's really strange. I don't know. All right, I'm going to get this clip that you guys are going to love. Give me 1 second to get said clip. It was about noontime, around noontime, I'm told. I'm gonna have someone translate. It's fucking weird. It's sus, dude. I'm sorry, but that's fucking sus. I've never seen that before on my dashboard for my channel. Like usually it'll pop up and it like YouTube known issues and it'll be like, oh, views aren't working right. Subscriber counts aren't right. They're not counting subscribers. Like there's a glitch, right? Like that's what usually pops up. It certainly has never popped up a different language because it wouldn't pertain to me in the US, right? Right now, it says YouTube known issues in Russian. And it's got like a little alarm, the red like siren emojis. Like it has one of those next to it, which normally doesn't. I don't know. That's fucking weird. I'm gonna have to like Google translate that. I've never seen that. Never seen that before. That is really fucking strange to me. Wowza. Wowza, wowza, wowza. Okay. All right. Well, back to the turtle tanty. All right. Let me get the turtle tanty real quick. Do me a favor. Smash the like button while you're at it. I'd appreciate that. Yeah, it is weird. Weird with the capital W is correct. Smash the like button if you already haven't. I would appreciate that. There's a bunch of you there over on X as well. If you can donate to the channel, we would really appreciate it. We could definitely use the extra help. We have a bunch of different ways you can do so. We have a justice chat at the top. You can use any credit or debit card that way. There's Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Revolut, Chime. We have an Amazon wish list. The justice chats, like I said, those are pinned at the top. Those are for credit or debit. And then we have no super stickers anymore. I almost said super stickers, super chats and jewels. I keep forgetting that like they replaced stickers with jewels because I'm so used to just saying super chat, super stickers. Like, no, there's no super stickers anymore. And memberships. Get yourself a membership, maybe gift a membership. That's always fun to see other people get them. I hopped over to Brian's channel, I think it was yesterday or Friday, and just wanted to show a little bit of support to a fellow smaller creator, and I gifted a membership, and I sent a $5 super chat just because, like, it's nice to show to support to some other small creators, and I save up all my Google Play points so that I can use my Google Play points, and you can turn them into Google Play money, and you can use that Google Play money to send super chats or buy memberships or do any of those things. And so that's what I do is I save those and then I use those to support other smaller creators that and also I try to once you donate that way, I try to like inspire other people to want to too, right? If me as a creator, I'm going to like maybe it'll inspire others to support as well. So I just wanted to hop over and show some support and listen because it was an interesting topic. It was about the case that's about to happen, and it was polarizing, of course, to the entire world watching that happen with the case. You had some barbecue and chill? Do you hear any big boom, Space Ghost? No, it's not. It's like that actually popped. It's not. So that's the thing. It's not anybody trying to hack the system. It does pop up. YouTube known issues does pop up, but it always pops up in English, right? So I don't know. I mean, I'm not clicking on it anyway because I wouldn't be able to read it. But it weird. It's fuck. I've never seen it. It's in Russian. Like that doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It doesn't usually show people in the United States things in different languages. That would usually only pop up in Russia. I don't know. Weird. Really fucking strange. Okay. Here we go. Found it. I don't blame you, Allie. It took me a long fucking time to learn how to trust people again after the people willing to fucking lie for Aiden debacle and just like pile on for no other reason other than a sewer turtle said so, right? It's not a good enough reason for me to not like someone. And he just simply can't shut the fuck up ever and just make shit up. He also goes over some pretty interesting topics, I like listening to a good case that isn't me, you know what I mean? Talking about it. I like to listen to other people as well. Yeah, we got we talked about it in the beginning of the show, but we have all these supposed asteroids or meteors or whatever the fuck we want to call them. The problem is that they're coming from all over the country and not just on one day. You have on the 27th and 8th, big booms and then fireballs. And then again yesterday here in Massachusetts, going all the way to Rhode Island where people could hear it. And then last night, my friend reported this hearing something very similar, and she took a video in Florida. Weird, okay? Then my banking apps weren't working. YouTube was kicking people out last night. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Just weird shit. Weird shit. You know what, Allie? I fell for that too. Don't, you know what? I fell for it and I knew him in person, okay? But then when you know someone in person and you realize that that's what they're doing, it becomes very clear, like, what the, but don't feel bad because you're not the only one that got duped in that whole shit, you know? Oh, there might be some trolls, but we also have other people who are watching over on X. You know, I'm streaming on 3 platforms, so there's more, you know, more than 119 watching. There's over that, but they're watching it on other platforms. Right? Was it a fucking full moon? Wait, what? You lost electricity? Yeah, but wasn't the rocket on the 28th that blew up? That wasn't last night, right? That was the 28th, wasn't it? I mean, my problem was that I tried to transfer like $20 from my Cash App. So like I had that's all I had left on there into my regular bank account to get some groceries, and it wouldn't go into my bank account until this morning. Like it literally, like I transferred it and then it just disappeared into the ether. You know, it was fucking weird. It was weird. Yeah, it happened on the 28th. This is what she heard last night. Like last night she heard it, not the 28th. So that's the weird thing is like, again, she heard it something similar to what we heard here there, you know? Yeah, see, that's weird. No booms in Nebraska, just storms. Right? I feel like you can try these days, but it's not easy anymore, you know? It happened after the meteor. Twitter's always weird for me, I feel like. Always. Wild. No, she heard the 209, so she heard this last night, so I don't know what time. Yeah, no, it popped up this morning. It popped up this morning. But like I had already transferred it out and then into my bank account, and it just didn't pop up last night. I kept checking and checking and checking and checking. It had already been transferred, just disappeared into the ether until this morning. I was going to call them this morning if it didn't pop up. I thought maybe some electromagnetic pulses could have fucked some shit up, but it popped up this morning. Yeah, see, you have to have cash to be able to do that, my friend. And unfortunately, we're at the end of the month / beginning of the month, so that's most people's broke time, you know, rent and all. Right? Same. Same. Yeah, it was wild. I don't know. It was weird. That was just one of the weird things. And then when I came here, Rose told me about the YouTube kicking people out last night, and then it clicked in my mind, like something's not right, you know? Weird. Yeah, it's just weird. All right, here's the tanty, right? Here's the fucking tanty. So Meredith says, I've known for almost a month from a very good source that the Wilbur will never host another one of Aiden's shows again. He's essentially blacklisted from all the major theaters now. She said, I had nothing to do with it, but given that he still can't stop talking about me as recently as last night, I'm honestly thrilled this is happening to the toddler. I figured the tantrums would have started by now, but I guess he's trying to keep up a brave face for his viewers. Maybe Erica can get the Malden Moose to host. She reposted what Jay-Z posted, which is someone has been blowing the dog whistle on the Wilbur for weeks now. Does a private business not have the right to refuse service? Maybe he can't find any venue that wants him to do his show there. Oh, shocker. No one wants to host a narcissist that fucking ruins every business or personal relationship they've ever had.
Them picking a side. Like theaters and everything, they're supposed to be neutral platforms.
No.
So anyone who decides that, like, well, we can't have you on, you're too controversial, you're no longer neutral.
It's not about being controversial. Okay. It's about legal liability. People don't give a fuck about if you're controversial or not. Lots of business owners are like, I don't give a fuck if it's controversial or not, right? Some people like the controversy because it drives more, more money and more business to them. People want to go there. They want to see what's going on. They want to see what kind of business it is, right? So controversy actually drives sometimes. That ain't it, bro. They don't want to be sucked up into a legal nightmare for legal liability when it comes to him, right? Like, come on, man.
So you have chosen their side. And that's fine. That's your choice. But I have a right then. You have declared war. And we have the right to fire back. We have the right.
Is he for real? You declared war? You have reserved your right to not do business with a shitbag, but it means war. Stop putting the fucking red face paint on. It means war. I'm the huge turtle. Be afraid of me. I have tanties on the floor and cry like a bitch boy.
Can you please not? I can't go back. Can you please not? I can't go back.
Never not be funny. Never not be funny. Oh, I don't know. There's something happening. My gut tells me something's up. Oh, you left the garden? I love it. See? It's like shitty and rainy the last couple of days here, so not really much we can do. Yeah, I know. Colin was in the house like a dumbass because he's a fucking idiot. Like, look at the shirt, as Isles points out correctly. Like, he just can't help himself, of course, It's not a hit piece. It's the truth, It's the truth. And it would be coming to Netflix, correct? I think in the near future, I believe. What's today's date? Yeah, the near future. I can say that. I can say the near future. It will hit Netflix in the near future. It's not a fucking hit piece. That's what he wants his audience to believe, of course. I'm not bad. They're just writing mean things about me on the internet. Even though I said mean things on the internet are First Amendment, but it's not First Amendment when other people write mean things about me on the internet that are true. Tantrum, tandy, And so what does this buffoon do? But throw a whole tanty and talk about war. This means war. People don't want to host me. War. People don't want to host you because you are a liar and a schemer and a con man, and you're harmful, right? Maybe, just maybe, Aiden, it's not everyone else. Maybe it's fucking you.
To protest your theater, right? To hold peaceful protests outside, do we not? That's them picking a side. Like theaters and everything, they're supposed to be neutral platforms.
No, they're not.
So anyone who decides that, like, well, we can't have you on, you're too controversial, you're no longer neutral. You have chosen their side. And that's fine. That's your choice.
Good. Well, you don't want violence.
But I have a right then. You have declared war. And we have the right to fire back. We have the right to protest your theater, right? To hold peaceful.
I love that he says we. We have the right to protest your theater. Sir, you had like 1, 2, 6 people, 7 maybe, show up at your last court hearing. Who the fuck is we? All right? Who the fuck is we? You're such a baby back bitch. You guys, we're going to need you to get out there and protest the Wilbur. Protest it. They don't like me. Protest the Wilbur because they don't like me. I think Brandy hit the nail on the head the other day when she was like, don't confuse chaos with something else. Okay? That's chaos. What he's asking people to do is fight his own little angry tantrum battles, right? I don't like this place and I want all my followers to go out and do my dirty work for me. I want you all to harass and intimidate people who don't like me and who don't want to platform me into doing what I want them to do. And as Brandy said, who the fuck is we? And why do we, need to do shit? Why can't he do whatever the fuck he wants, deal with his own problems instead of dragging everybody else in? Because what he does is when people go, yeah, we're not doing that, then he goes, you don't fall for, you're not for Karen Reed, you're an anti. For all the people who are for Karen Reed, you're an anti if you don't get out in front of the Wilbur, and you allow corruption if you don't get out in front of the Wilbur, and you are contributing to them silencing me if you don't do the things that I tell you to do, which is not only fucking absurd, but obviously simply just patently false, right? Patently fucking false. I mean, And he will. I have no doubt about it that he will lose it all. Yeah, it's not a hit piece. It's the fucking truth. You know, like he just doesn't like the truth. You do have the right to refuse service to anybody if you're a business owner for any reason that you want, other than discriminatory reasons. So you can't refuse service because you don't like women. So you can't refuse just to women, right? You can't, like, there are certain things that you can't do. But other than that, other than legally protected categories, you cannot refuse service. You can refuse service other than the legally protected categories. You can refuse service to anybody for any fucking reason. Tomato plants. I really want to do peppers and onions, but as we know, they're inflammatory, but I love them so much. They're so good. Oh, well, that's what it is, right? Manipulation. War, but what is the good for? Absolutely nothing. I have an old soul. Okay, guys. Oh, no, he doesn't know what a conversation is. That would be called adulting, Jesse. He doesn't know how to adult. You know? I mean, I don't get it. You know, who the fuck is we? He is boring, right? Well, he's barking about nonsense. You know what I mean? I mean, it's weird. It's weird. And he's a bully. He incites his followers to do his bidding. And what they don't seem to understand is they're going to drag themselves into something they don't want to be dragged into, you know? And that's the thing. If you're not on his side, he's declaring war, right? If you don't do what he wants, he declares war. Like, what are you fucking seriously? Like this is war. Like, all I can think of is Bugs Bunny. Like, is this real life? You know? I think Brandy hit the nail on the head. Like, do not confuse. Okay? This is chaos. No, he filled the seats. I know that for a fact. He did not sell out the Wilbur. He begged people to buy the last remaining seats. And then when there were only a few left, he had other people buy them and then raffle them off so that he could say that he sold out the Wilbur. Also, I'd like to point out the Wilbur is only 1,000 seats, and half those people didn't even show up for him. Half of them showed up to listen to quote Auntie Deb. Like, let's be honest here. All right? Like, come on. Well, I'm not shocked that the Wilbur's gotten a lot of calls. Also, at this point, they're going to have the same legal liability that Timcast would have if you host him. Because if he just keeps screaming into the void and saying the same defamatory statements, then they have that legal liability. And as everyone knows, he can't control what the fuck comes out of his mouth, and he doesn't know how to shut the fuck up. So therefore, they're not going to get their business into a nonsensical legal problem that they don't need, you know? They don't need it. Yeah, we can do a protest. Like, that's not going to help him. It's going to show exactly what he tries to do is what he's doing now.
Protest outside, do we not? That's them picking a side. Like theaters
That's them picking a side. They're picking. I've picked a side. You suck, sir. I don't like you. Let's put it that way. Okay? Wham, wham, wham. Huge yard sale. We should go and buy everything for 50 cents. We should crowdfund and then say we'll pay him 50 cents for every item the turtle writers bought him, and then we will put it all in one fucking giant burn pit and burn it to the ground. You know, it's just sad. Of course she was. Of course little Mel was. There's a little Mel. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that Ernie Bach isn't gonna touch him with a 10-foot pole now. You know, I don't think it will. And if you're right, you're not with him, you're against him. Well, I'm against. I'm against harmful people. You know? I believe it will, Eileen. I believe it will. There are a multitude of things happening right now behind closed doors that he created, unfortunately, for himself, and he's going to have to deal with the consequences, you know? It's sad. It's really sad. It's sad for his kids, mostly. You know, they didn't ask for any of that. Yeah, no one fucking speaks for me unless I co-sign it either. And that's the thing, is he speaks for we, everyone, right? Like, what the fuck? War? Like, what is that? We're going to protest you. Mer, be afraid. Turtle Boy, mer, be afraid. Mer. This one was so delusional that it was funny, okay? You better make sure that Trump and Joe Rogan don't find out about this Christmas high. Like, how delusional can one man be?
And this is a guy, I mean, he's good friends with Joe Rogan. You know, Joe Rogan hasn't touched the story. He probably doesn't know anything about it. You better hope Joe Rogan doesn't find out about this McAlberts.
Jesus,
you better hope. Because Joe Rogan's going to reach the same conclusion we all did. the
He's so delusional
same
and
conclusion. And you better hope that Donald Trump doesn't find out about this. And you better hope, like that's your best bet, because you're starting to go up the ladder now. The people you're trying to censor. I don't have a direct line to Donald Trump or the president. I'm not that important.
I know some people who do.
And this is a guy. I mean, he's good friends with Joe Rogan.
You know what's so funny is he has no idea that the people that he steps on and the people that he shits on, who they have direct lines to, right? And so I find it extremely funny that this man actually thinks that Joe Rogan and Donald Trump are going to give a fuck about a very clearly spray tanned midget who cannot help himself but to harm innocent people. All right, sir, you're going to need a car seat, all right, before you get in an Uber, right? Like, your dick nose needs a banana hammock, okay? And your brain needs an overhaul because you live in straight Delulu land, sir. Straight Delulu. You better find out what that Donald Trump, Joe Rogan. I'm just going to say names and hope that scares people. I don't know how he learned, but you can bet he's going to tanty about it real soon. You know? Oh, yeah. I remember he was going on and on to his cult about how they better get out there and they better protest the House defendants. And that's what he said, exactly what he said. And that, you know, he can't because he'll go to jail, but they can. Like, are you an idiot? Are you, like, you are so stupid. If I'm your attorney, I'm quitting. Just saying. I don't care how much money you pay me. This is fucking embarrassing. All right? If I am Aiden's attorney, that is so fucking embarrassing that my client just did that shit that I can't take this case anymore. I can't fucking do it. It's embarrassing. It's highly embarrassing. Okay? It's listen, it's way overdue for the Commonwealth to revoke his bail. But until Michael Morrissey decides to do his fucking job, you know, that isn't going to happen until other charges are brought and are on the record. So New Jersey, if they didn't already push it back a million times, would have actually had it on the record of being a charge once they decide it's an actual, like, you know, criminal charge and he's arraigned. Instead, they keep pushing it back. You know, I can't. Right. Who isn't good friends with Joe Rogan? She could have given him advice. Melanie doesn't give a fuck about him. She cares about his turtle riders and the money they can send and her filters. Okay, let's be honest. Right. It's never ending because he knows the only money he's ever made a day in his life has been using Karen Reed's name, so he's going to keep doing it. You know? That's sad too, though. You know? Like, why? For what reason? Yeah, I don't get it. It's weird. Like, you don't have to like one another, cool, but, like, just leave each other alone. It's not that hard, right? It's really not that fucking hard. Even antis can just leave each other alone. It's not necessary, right? Like, just move on with your life. You don't have to like everyone. Nobody expects you to like everyone, you know? Oh my God, that would be fucking hilarious. How funny would that be, Space Coast, if Joe Rogan just did a whole, you know, truth piece on how much of a shitty human being Aiden was? Oh my God, that'd be amazing. But so anyway, Rush Trial says, guess what, TV? I don't particularly care for our president, but I do have a direct line to him, having spent a significant amount of my life in Palm Beach. Maybe pay closer attention to the women you shit on. Just saying. Just saying. He never fucking knows who or who has a line to who. Okay? Yet he just assumes that, like, anybody who doesn't make like $1 billion doesn't have any lines to anyone or any sources or any relationships with anybody who is important or smart or anything like that. He guesses wrong, you know? Interesting. Why is Melanie Little trending on X? Interesting. Well, Filter Little, maybe it's because you take your, you know, dog whistles from a 45-year-old spray tanned loser. If you can't do better than that, Filter Little, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, right? Maybe, just maybe, you could do this thing called being a grown-ass fucking adult. Instead of attacking every person he says is bad, you would think that at least to take the bar exam, you'd just have a little intelligence. doesn't seem like you do have enough intelligence to realize that you've been fucking duped. So eventually, when he gets jealous enough of a guest you have on, or someone who has you on, or some large donation, or something, anything, and he turns on you, filter little, cry to no one but yourself, man. Because you jumped on that bandwagon to harm his victims because, well, you know, money and clicks and all, that's way more important than actual humans in their lives. Totally. You know, bad boy of the internet. Dude's so delusional. I can't. It's gross. The ego it makes me laugh. Oh, don't worry. I'm going to get to Drunken Sparkles. We're going to get to that. All right. It's fucking wild to me. I can't. I just can't. I literally can't. How long has he been looking for TV? 3+ years now. Can't. He's the bad boy. I fucking can't. That's why I don't donate anymore. Too many sketch files running fundraising on both sides. I mean, I don't get, like, I mean, fundraising is one thing, I guess. Like, I mean, if you're fundraising, I'm assuming that you're fundraising, if you're not in the cult, for something worthwhile, right? The witnesses have their own fund that people can just donate directly to, you know, for their having to deal with the defamation to it. Or you can go to an event, right? Buy tickets to their event and help out there. Aiden does his very public, ridiculous fundraising, and that 80 or 90 grand he made is already out of his fucking pocket. Let's be real. He can't get out of his own way, you know? I mean, dude, tell me that that's not a spray tan. Someone tell me this is not a fucking spray tan. Let's be honest here, okay? Someone tell me this is not a spray tan. Because from where I'm fucking standing, that's a goddamn spray tan that many girls get before prom. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. The skin does match the shirt. Oh, my God. You got me on that one, Ruthie. Oh, my God. I've said that, right? Like, you better hope Rogan and Trump and Jesus don't find out. Don't, you know, Jesus find out, you're all in trouble. Locusts for all of you. Yeah, I will. It's hard when there's only 2 screens to have like the third one up. That's my problem, is I have the StreamYard one up because I have to be able to put things on it, and then when I have what I'm watching on the other one, so it's hard to have all 3 up at once. I see. Absolutely. Other people have better connections than he does. He burns every connection. Remember that, you know? I don't think the O'Keefe family, though, specifically, are having a fundraiser, as far as I understand. I think it's just the witnesses, and they have their own link. But I don't disagree with you that, you know, I would donate directly to the people that I think deserve it, not through, you know. That's why when I do fundraisers for any reason, like, we either do direct, or we do like if they have like a fundraising option themselves, we put that there so that people can just go direct to them, you know. It's just easier that way than having to wait until the end of the month, until the end of the next month, and divvy up whatever comes from YouTube, even though you've already divvied up the other part. So it's just easier that way. It's direct, more direct. Well, I mean, so he's gonna what, protest every venue from here to Kalamazoo? Because I'm gonna bet no one's gonna host it. So he's gonna what? Every theater he's gonna stand outside. No, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go. That was a bad choice, in my opinion. That spray tan's wild. Wild, absolutely fucking wild. Wild. In my come on your channel and talk about Karen's case. We'll never come on and talk about TV. I don't want that crowd coming to my channel. Looks like she turned that corner. Must have been the money, right, Brian? Must have been the money. Oh, he'll do more. Make no mistake. You think he's bad now with just doing all this because he was ghosted by or canceled by Tim's show? Oh, you have no idea. You know? You have no idea. 2 tanties? Double tanties would have been funny. Just saying. Trending on X is catered towards your algorithm unless you choose to turn off that selection in the settings. So it shows Aiden and Melanie stuff for us because we're here. Yeah, I guess so. Well, because he burns every connection. That's why. So many of the professional connections he's had, he's shared their emails, he's wiretapped them, he's done a lot behind closed doors you guys don't even know about. And so people want nothing to do with him. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, well you have to remember a lot of these people are all over X going, Chris Bataille is gonna be sued for defamation and like no. That's not a thing. He's gonna have to be a witness now because he defamed Aiden by sending that letter to Tim. Like, no, not even remotely close to true. Chris Bataille had every legal right to send that letter, and he can send that letter to every single place that Aiden ever attempts to go on or be at. Okay? That's a fact. He's not going to magically all of a sudden be a witness. Aiden can't sue him for defamation over the letter. Like, some of the wild shit these turtle riders just say and believe is crazy to me. Like, who is feeding you this nonsense, dude? That's not even close to true. That's not how it works, okay? Chris Bataille knows what he's allowed to do and what he's not allowed to do. He's absolutely 100% allowed to send those fucking letters to every single place that Aiden ever attempts to go on. He can do that, okay? He's not going to magically become a witness because of it. He's not going to magically be sued for defamation because it's well within their legal right to do so. Sorry, not sorry. The way that they... Well, that's the other thing is business, right? Business. Again, you have to keep your business moving. You don't want to entangle your business into, multi-million-dollar fucking lawsuits for a decade over someone like Aiden. Who the fuck would do that? It's not worth it, Come on. It's not worth the highlighter. We should put a little glazed donut opera on his nose, right there. Yeah, it's really sad. For her, honestly, the sparkle, the spark, it's a little sad for her. To be honest with you, I think she thought that the money and the attention and all that would come from that side, The Nick Shirley Act was just passed in California, right? Trump is engaged on his social media, in my opinion. I mean, I'm sure he's on his social media. I just don't think he's ever going to give a fuck about Aiden. There are other people who have connections to him that can't stand Aiden, so it's just wild, And it's amazing to me that, like, this is how people start out, right? I would never have him. I don't want to talk about him. I don't want those people on my channel. But the second that the dollar signs come flowing in is the second that they're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to pander. I'm going to pander and I'm going to speak to his audience because his audience, they send a pretty penny, right? These people are making hundreds, depending on the channel, sometimes thousands of dollars for a stream. Like they're like, oh, bring on the turtle riders, bring on the cult, right? It's sad, but they've sold their soul for a dollar sign. Fuck that, bro. Fuck that. Fuck that. I would rather be poor and live in a fucking cardboard box for the rest of my life and stay poor like I am now than ever pander to harmful individuals who hurt decent people. Not going to do it. Not going to fucking do it. Well, that's the other thing. Tim clearly listened to his attorneys, whereas Aiden does not. So I don't blame you, Allie. Not one bit. Now you know why they said that. He's a man child. Well, that's the also thing is people shouldn't expect, right? Like all we can do is hope that your following and your community wants to give, right? So that you can keep your platform running. Like that's all you can hope for. But to expect is another thing, right? Most people don't have the extra money, and like Allie, maybe even if they do, they don't want to give to certain people, and they're well entitled within their right to not give to anyone for that matter. They don't have to. Thank you, Corn Dad, for the chili. How cute. I like it. I like it a lot. I always forget to catch up the screen so that it'll pop up better. Reality is if people do things the TV way, they will need to brace themselves for a long life of lawsuits, and who needs those issues? Well, that's the thing is a lot of these people don't seem to realize that, guess what? You're going to deal with a whole lot of bullshit, right? A whole lot of bullshit if that's what you choose to do. Well, that's the thing. His local connections, even those he burned. Howie can't stand him anymore. He burned that one, They do pop up on my screen. I do. I saw this one. Saw this one. But a lot of the times I'm not looking at that screen, but I was looking at it when it popped up for me. So thank you for that, Cornet. I like it. I think they're fun to look at and engage with. Garfield Turtle and Mr. Lorax. I mean, look at that fucking spray tan, bro. I'm just saying, it's wild, And I heard that he decided that he was going to go in on Brian yesterday, and of course me, because that was the thing, clearly. Melanie Little. That's Filter Little for those of us. Oh, that's so nice, Lisa. Nan, you have a lunch invite. I love that. And you want to know what the one thing about Nan is she would totally go and have lunch with you because, like me, she likes decent human beings. And you, Lisa, are a decent human being. We already watched this clip. This clip we already watched. This is the clip we already just watched. I just wanted to blow it up to show the spray tan because look at the fucking spray tan. I mean, this is wild.
Rogan. Joe Rogan hasn't touched the story. He probably doesn't know anything about it. You better hope Joe Rogan doesn't find out about this, McAlberts. You better hope. Joe Rogan's going to reach the same conclusion we all did. The same conclusion. And you better hope that Donald Trump doesn't find out about this. You better hope. Like, that's your best.
Air Force One's going to come down and get me. Bring me to the moon. Dude is fucking so delusional. It's not even funny. Like, oh, by the way, I got a Muppet, guys. Scott made me a Muppet. I have been welcome to Muppetville. This is my Muppet. Okay. You can see my Muppet. That's my Muppet. I'm Muppet. Muppet Elise. We like you, Muppet Elise. She's a very pretty Muppet. Okay. Scott, you nailed it, my friend. It's a great Muppet. I'm waiting for Scott to make a whole Muppet of me and Brian going, goddamn turtle tanties. That would be a funny one. He's talking about these motherfucking turtle tanties. Well, that's the thing, is he'll never not need because he can't adult. Okay? He used tampon. I can't. Well, that's sad though. I mean, I'll talk about any subject. Like, hello, I don't think it was hugely loved to talk about the asteroids or meteors that just happened, but it intrigued me, right? And all the weird things that kind of happened before it and after it intrigued me a little. So I was like, hey, let's talk about this a little bit. It's kind of weird. It's kind of intriguing. I like it, What are all the possibilities that it could be, It's kind of an intriguing thing to talk about. Well, who the fuck would support the man-child? You know what I mean? That's very true. He did call the cops because he couldn't find his missing shoe. That happened. Jay Brill confronted him in public as a man and had him shaking like a leaf on camera. He's so scared, yet he's the bad boy of the internet. I talked to Jay Brill after that, and I was like, you have so much self-control, sir. I commend you. I fucking commend you for your self-control. It's like a used tampon. What is he without Elise, Nan, Brian, Mike, or Meredith? I don't know. It's all our faults, though. He decided, apparently, because, again, I don't watch him, so he did the Alex Jones case, and that was a $1.4 billion win for his team. $1.4 billion fucking dollars. Like, that's a lot of money, okay? You know what? I bet he would. I bet if I said, hey, Scott, Nan needs a Muppet, he would totally make you a Muppet. Look at my Muppet. She's so cute. I'm in Muppetville. I love it. Oh my God. We streamed it as he was happening. Now, normally, you guys know, I don't usually do like streaming his shit. I'll play clips, but I don't watch his whole shows. But this one, I had to ask you guys permission because I knew he was going to have a fucking meltdown. I knew it was going to be an epic tanty. So I was like, all right, guys, do we want to watch this fucking epic tanty meltdown? And you guys said yes, so that's what we did. And I had to pause several times because the fucking delusion was real. It was real fucking delusion, all right? I can't. Trump's like, let's abandon the war. TV got canceled, right? Let's fuck the war. We'll go deal with this clown. But I bet he will make you a Muppet. I bet it'll be an awesome Muppet too. I don't think Joe Rogan gives a fuck, I love you. I love all of you guys. You know? I know. I love it. I love the Muppet. Right? That tan was illegal. All right. I'm saying it was a bad spray tan. Like, sir, they didn't get the creases in your eyes. All right. Like, you're going to need to go back and I can't. He did get his tanties twisted. Take a berry or two in short. I had to pause, go for a walk, and eat some cake. It was gaslight. It is gaslighting overload. 100%. 100%. To be fair, I've been trying to have lunch with Nan for a while now, but because we live so far away and I don't have a car, it makes it a little bit difficult. But we will do it soon. Maybe the next time she goes with Brian. I know he doesn't live too far from me. Maybe I can take the one and only train that even goes that way and meet. Let's see. Now, I have actually, hold on, let me pull this down for 1 second. I want to point something out. I want to point something important out. Okay? Something very, very important. Where is that? So if we're going to talk about the stupid decisions, okay, that the sewer turtle has made, let's talk about the dumb business decisions that he has made, right? Of which, of which Brian has actually sent this to Lana, like in a tweet, right? And it points out exactly what we've been saying, which is his dumb business decisions. So Lana said, why is Melanie Little, an attorney, trashing Nan, another attorney, right? I thought Mel uses her platform for trials. Lawyer commentary, was I mistaken? Since Mel needs content, I'll be honored to debate Mel Little on the timeline and facts of both Karen Reed and Kearney cases. Let's go through the combos, going, not attacking people and gaslighting viewers. Who cares how many people watch a show or what people do with their money? Really? Mel, these are arguments an attorney makes, because what's the point? To say no one watches them, or to see how irrelevant they are? Or are they buying friends? What did Karen Reed do? She bought a not guilty verdict by using YouTube creators, grifting to crowdfund her amazing legal defense team with amazing experts in wine and dine, Boston's finest every night. Name the time, place, cupcakes, writers, and whatever else anyone calls themselves these days. Neither I nor this proposition can be labeled irrelevant or no one cares by the commenters of Mel Little's channel. First, because Mel covers shit she herself has called irrelevant drama. Second, we all paid into $1 million plus grassroots campaign to fund what we thought was an independent, ethical fight with ethical legal defense attorneys against corruption, right? Well, that's what I want to debate. When was the last time Mel was in a courtroom? Oh, over a decade ago. I can answer that. Over a decade ago. Okay? Over a decade ago. Or defended and debated her content? Probably never. If she knows her shit and believes in her content, which is good enough to pay her bills, then she is she's a halfway decent debater, then she would welcome this challenge. But she won't, because she's a weak woman. The thought of her losing to me freaks her out. This should be a cupcake walk for her. Freedom of speech, right? I will be respectful while argue the merits of the facts and the circumstances and true timeline. Can anyone who makes money off these cases not worry what their viewership will think? Actually, I can't not care what my viewership will think, because unlike everyone else's viewership, I think my viewership has this unique bit of people, not agreeing on everything, right? We can disagree on things and still be like, I really love my community, right? Like, you guys don't have to agree with me on every single thing I talk about. You simply don't, right? And I think of all the people on planet Earth who have a channel, anybody who knows me in person will tell you, like, of course you want viewers, right? Of course you want to grow your channel. You want to grow, the funds that come in, but I'm not going to do it at the expense of pandering, lying straight out, or making shit up. I'm not going to fucking do it. Sorry, not fucking sorry. So a lot of these creators, what I think Lana is pointing out is, can anyone who makes money off these cases not worry what their viewership will think? Well, I can tell you, me specifically, it's not a fucking thing. Like if that was the case, then I'd have pandered and made a lot of money a long time ago and taken the easy route a long fucking time ago. My life would be 10 times easier had I, right? But I have these things called morals and self-respect and common courtesy and, you know, all these other things that some of these people clearly gave away a long time ago for a dollar sign or a view. And I'm not down with that. So if that means that, you know, it takes my channel longer to grow, so be it. If it takes my channel out in the long run because I won't cross those bounds, then so be that too. It is what it is, but I'm not going to take my boundaries, my lines, and pull them back for a couple views, for a couple dollars. I'm not going to fucking do it. So she said, if you debate or have combos with people that see something from a different perspective, season affords the right of everyone involved. I'm not afraid to ever have a conversation, especially a tough one ever. Me neither. I'll take a phone call and talk to anyone about it, you know? Oh my God, yes. Yes. So StreamYard has a filter. I use the filter on StreamYard, and all it does is like even out your tone. So for me, I have rosacea and I have psoriasis, so it makes my face very red. So instead of it just being splotchy, kind of like it is on my face, you know, it's a little more splotchier here on my cheeks over here. It just kind of evens out the red. And like, you know, as you can see, it's still red, just evens it out so it's not like splotchy in my face. And so she clearly uses the StreamYard filter. But in real life, Melanie looks very different in person than she looks on that screen. On that screen, she has no wrinkles. In real life, she has a lot of them. And so I am like, is she using a second filter on top of the StreamYard filter? Because I don't think the StreamYard filter gets rid of wrinkles fully, although I don't know because I don't have any yet. So I couldn't test that theory of it doing that because I don't have any wrinkles yet. I'm only 39, so I don't quite have any. I'm sure I will in the next couple of years, but as of right now, I don't really have wrinkles. So I can't test the theory of does it get rid of wrinkles? I don't fucking know. But for the amount that she has and how different she looks in person versus she's using a filter. It's very, very clear. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Cupcake head, yeah. Right? Everyone's chill, man. Everyone's chill. So it says, not afraid to have a conversation, especially a tough one ever, and I'm in the boat of innocent until proven guilty. Everyone is cloaked in that cloth. Have we forgotten that? Everyone wants to talk about our rights, but only certain rights for certain people, right? I'm waiting for someone to show me what's up. Let's first start with this federal investigation, how it began and what it yielded. You call Kate Peters crusty panties, you call me lunatic. Your intent is to dehumanize anyone who is a threat to your perspective, your narrative, your echo chamber. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't know a single thing about me, yet she specifically felt the need to say my name, which is so funny, Mel Mel. So funny, Mel Mel. I find it hilarious. You know, I like that she pretends to know criminal law because when she talks about criminal law, I just have to laugh. It's not just me, right? The facial expressions aren't just me, right? Right? Like I've seen her in real life, not at the Wilbur, in front of the courthouse, like at the courthouse. And it is not the same. One thing is not like the other. One of these things does not belong, you know? She definitely looks heavier too in person than she does on the screen for sure. But again, you guys can only kind of see here, you know, this part of us, or even some people just do this part of them. But I mean, I have no shame for my body. I used to be teeny tiny skinny, and now I have a lot of water weight from my medication. So I'm currently sitting at about, I'd say 157-ish, and that's big for me, right? I'm used to being like 125, 135, like the most, other than being pregnant, of course. But with all my health issues came water weight and extra weight from the meds. So I'm not ashamed of my body. I actually am quite comfortable with my body, as can be told as someone who was a dancer for many years. You have to be, you know what I mean? She wanted to be in acting. That was her thing, right? Was acting, okay? Not being a lawyer, acting. That was her dream. She did these very few acting gigs. She wasn't very good, let's just put it that way. But she looks very different in real life. I am 5'4". I'm short. I'm little. I'm fun-sized, as I would tell my children. I call it fun-sized, you know? Isn't it amazing? I think that's why people call him Proctor Kearney, is because you can't be appalled at one person's language just because you don't like them, but then totally pat the other on the back because their writers are giving you money. It's amazing to me. Good for her. I mean, you got to be comfortable with yourself. And something I learned as a dancer is every imperfection is going to show, even if it's not like you notice things about yourself that no one else is going to notice, right? There are going to be things that bother you about you that no one else notices. Like that's just how it goes, you know? I am super confident in my body, despite, like Nan said, her criticism that she gets, right? Because I was once small, now I'm a little bigger. And some people, like, they go the opposite way. You're a little bigger, now you're a little smaller. Like, I am perfectly comfortable in who I am, right? Weight doesn't make me who I am, right? A number on a scale doesn't make me the person that I am, right? That number doesn't really matter to me, you know, as long as it's healthy. And for me, like that's, you know, I can't, there's nothing else I'm going to drop. Let's put it that way. You know, it's all medication, water weight and stuff, right? Unless I'm Carmen Electra and I have the money for all the fillers. Although I'm going to be honest with you, if I had to get Botox and I had the money for it when I started to get wrinkles, I probably would. If I had the money for that, I would definitely do Botox. Let's be honest. If I had the money for boobs, I would buy boobs. Why? Because I've always been like a B cup, C cup, small C cup, small B cup, depending on time in life. And I never really could wear certain shirts. It wouldn't fill out correctly. And so I always wanted a set of boobs, to buy a set of boobs. I never did. But even in my age now, I would buy a set of boobs for myself, not for anyone else. And if you're doing it for other people, that's where you make the mistake, is for myself, right? I could never fit into certain shirts. They just didn't look right on me, you know, because I didn't have boobs. No boobs, you know? Yeah, well, that's the other thing is when you get sick, I have physical limitations, you know? And, you know, oh, she's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But you have physical limitations like matters. And when you get sick, like I am, like there just are limitations you can't do anymore. I try a lot of walking for exercise and other things. We do have dance parties in this house with kids, and that's definitely good exercise. But I can't do hikes like I used to, you know, uphill or anything like that. And even like walking, I can only walk so much, right? Before my legs start feeling like jelly, my back is killing, and I'm getting shooting pains through my legs and knees and hips. So, you know, average American female is 5'3" and a half. Really? I'm 5'10", always felt like a giant, skin been this tall since 7th grade. Well, I had a couple of friends that were 6 feet. Beautiful long legs. Being tall means you got long legs. Long legs, girl. Bloom where you are planted. I like that. Be grateful. I did it and didn't work at all, but hurt like hell. Yeah, I heard it hurts. I haven't gotten to that stage in life yet, you know? But just want to go shopping for me, myself, and only me. Yeah, I wish. The last time I ever think I went shopping for me, myself, and only me was many moons ago, many years ago. But to be fair, I had to wear heels at work, and so I'm 5'4", add about 7 inches to that, you know, it makes me very tall, you know, with those heels. Listen, that does count. My daughter will never be over 5 feet. She's about 4'11", I believe. And she will never ever hit 5 feet because of basically like her stunted growth from her disease, which causes short stature. Not short stature that she would qualify as being a little person, but just shorter than average. And she's about 4'11". And so she used to always, you know, come home, the kids make fun of her at school. She's 21 now, as you guys know, but the kids would make fun of her at school, say she's small. And so I remember sitting her down as a kid and saying, you're not small, you're fun-sized. And what's better than being fun-sized? Who doesn't love a fun-sized candy? Who doesn't love fun-sized candy? You know anybody who doesn't like fun-sized candy? I like fun-sized candy. Who doesn't like fun-sized candy? And so from then on, when people would tell her she was little or short, she'd be like, no, I'm fun-sized. And then after a while, people didn't have any answer for that. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, they don't have any answer for that. She never had a problem again, you know? And so all my kids now are like, you know, I'm fun-sized because they're short. Well, my middle is 1 inch taller than me, so I guess I'm fun-sized in that scenario. But right? Finally, a little taller than someone, right? Oh my God, I love that though. I love that though. I love that. My grandmother was 4'10", grandpa was 5'2". Listen, I love seeing just like the odd couples. Like, I think it's the best thing ever. Yeah, guys do like petite girls. Okay, so the rest of it, let's see. I mean, I need jeans so bad, it's not even funny. I own like leggings, that's pretty much it. His dream was to party with a short person and have them roll a joint. Oh my god, it's hilarious. Okay, the rest of it says, just thought of being intellectually challenged and factually compromised in a live debate with me on the merits of these cases gives you nightmares. Your fragile ego and insecurities cause you these fears. You know what that shows me is that you do not fear anyone except yourself. You know how I know this? Because you reek of trepidation. I can smell that hundreds of miles away. Athlete sixth sense. I can see it too. You're afraid of losing your grift, your perspective over the masses, no different than TV. I don't call people names, I call them out, and I'm calling you out, Mel. You won't ever accept my challenge, though, because like I said above, you're not the definition of a weak. You are the definition of weak. I'm not. It's just that simple. Unlike you, I'm not afraid or lacking any confidence in my research, my brains, my ability to debate and make my arguments. My viewership respects me, appreciates me, and values what I bring to the true crime community. I earned that. I can't say the same for you. I'm offering you an opportunity to prove yourself wrong. Take it. So that's what she said, right? And to be fair, why doesn't she practice anymore? She doesn't practice anymore because she did civil law, and I guess she figured out she could make more money on YouTube and she wouldn't have to practice anymore. So the last court case she did in civil law was way back in, it was either 2014 or 2015, over a decade ago. She doesn't practice law in over a decade, you know, over a freaking decade. So Brian responded to this, and Brian said, these are the things that will always set Melanie Little apart from other YouTube lawyers like EDB, lawyer you know, who continue to thrive. She fell into the TV trap. I used to associate with Melanie, and I remember her once telling me during Karen Reed's trial 1, I'll come on your show, but I'll never talk about TV or bring that crowd to my channel. At some point, I guess she had to make a choice. Keep riding along for the subscribers, clicks, and money, or have the moral fortitude to take a stand, put her foot down, and say what he's doing is wrong. But from what we can see, she chose the latter. Nan's a good person, and these people know absolutely nothing about her. I concur. I've gotten to know her over the past year, and she's become one of my best friends. Also concur. I know the kind of person she is. I know her heart. I know how much she cares, how hard she works, and how loyal she is to the people she loves. Also concur. So watching strangers online try to tear her down, twist who she is, or act like they have figured out is honestly disgusting. They don't know her. They know a version of her that's been created by people with an agenda. Also concur. I'll say this clearly. Nan has been nothing but kind, supportive, and genuine to me and to others, and I'm not going to sit back and let people who don't know her character try to define it. Also concur, Brian, because I do not allow it either. It disgusts me, and it's one of those things that's like, if you don't know someone, and again, they do this shit to me too, right? They like to say who I am or talk about who I am in some messed up world, what they've spun me to be. Anybody who's gotten to know me or who does know me knows that it's simply just not fucking true. Like, right? That version of who they want me to be is simply not who I am in the least bit. You know what I mean? And what I do is I just let people who know me speak for it. You know what I mean? I just let the people who know me speak for who I am instead of trying to, you know, fight with every troll about everything they say. Is I stick up for the people that I know and who I know who they are. And when people say shit about me, I just laugh and I let the people who know me say something, right? Because you can hear it from me all you want, but you know what I mean? Like, you need to hear it from the people who know me, right? Let's see. Where's the other one? Hold on. There's another good point, right, that Brian makes that I want to put up here, that like some of the bad like decisions, you know, that some of these people make are bad business decisions. You know what I mean? Oh, here's the one where Aiden was talking all about his fans, guys. Okay, all about his fans. He's got all these fans that he saw in West Virginia, right? Yeah, see, the problem with that is no, right? No, there was like 2 people. You know, it's just not. She will listen. I always say there's no stupid questions, right? I literally always say this. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Even if you think it's a stupid question, it's not a stupid question, dude. Just because you don't know the answer to it and it might seem like it's obvious to other people, listen, you don't get your questions answered if you don't ever ask them. If you're too worried to ask a question because somebody might say, oh, that's fucking stupid. There are no stupid questions. I promise. Listen, if I didn't ask questions, I wouldn't get the answers, right? Even if it seems obvious to other people, I want to ask it. I want to fucking ask it. Right? Because then I know. So even if everyone else knew, now I know because I asked the question. No such thing as a stupid question. I would never, ever let one of you feel like a question you asked was stupid, because that's how you learn, is by asking questions. And if you're not asking questions, you're not learning, you're not growing. You know what I mean? It's so good to ask questions. Never, ever let somebody tell you not to ask questions. Always ask questions. Freaking always. Always, always, always ask questions. I agree. I agree with you. Yeah, there are no dumb questions, my friend. None at all. You know? Yeah, well, let's hope that we didn't know that he existed. Unfortunately, we do, you know? I like EBV. There are no students. 5'2", you're fun sized too, Lise. You're fun sized. A lot of this stuff is complex, and I feel like that's part of the problem, right? Is it's not black or white, it's complex. You know, there's a lot of middle ground, and there's a lot of just very complex issues that are not just easy to explain or talk about, you know? Tell my kiddo that. Well, to be fair, you know how kids work. My child will look up at the sky and be like, why is the sky blue? You know, just they do that to just do that, you know? Oh, is Ariana Grande that short? I love that for her. She's so cute. A giant. You are not a giant. 5'10" is not a giant. It just gives you beautiful long legs, my dear. All right, so this is Natalie. Gotta love you, Natalie. Natalie, Diana put up. Then he said he had a lot of fans asking to take pics with him. Meet all of Aiden's fans. A total of 2 fans. I met turtle riders in West Virginia where the first shots of the Civil War were fired. Look at this guy. He takes a whole picture of him doing the duck face. Where, duck face, where? Then he takes a picture twice of him signing 2 people's 1 t-shirt. Wowza. Wowza. Look at you guys. It's all his fans. He met so many turtle riders in West Virginia there. 2 whole people knew who he was. 2 whole people. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, I definitely try to break down legal concepts when necessary in like layman's terms, because a lot of the time we'll have lawyers that will explain it in legalese, which doesn't leave much room for other people to understand what the fuck they're saying. So I try to break down those concepts that people understand, especially when we're doing a trial. Like, so if somebody's like, what's limine? You know, I explain what a motion in limine is, or if they want to know what a voir dire is, then I explain what it is, how it works. You know, that way people know going into the next trial they watch what it is its purpose, how does it work, you know? Kind of does look like that, but I have no doubt that 2 turtle riders saw him. I have no doubt, you know? Oh my God. That they did have those books. Oh my God. I remember picking out so many books from the bookstore of like mysterious deaths or history's greatest mysteries, like things like that, you know, and just reading, endlessly reading, you know. Books were where it's at. I grew up reading books, you know. My kids like to read books. My oldest now does the audio books because she's blind now, but she grew up reading books with her eyes, of course. And then when she lost her sight from her disease, now she gets to do the audio books. But she still loves listening to books, fiction and nonfiction, you know, learning or just enjoying a good goddamn book, you know. I swear to God, I swear to God, those are his 2. It does make for good conversations, you know. I think Peter's a good person overall. I think he'd definitely be smart not to fall into this trap, though, you know, into this cult trap, which I think they've done a pretty decent job of thus far. I think the only one issue I had was when Peter said on the Megyn Kelly show that the cops had pinned it on the girl. They never said that. That was something that Alan Jackson said in court to try to like provoke a response of, I think that they were thinking pin it on the girl, like, you know what I mean? And I think maybe Peter just didn't know, but I think that was the only sort of thing that I was like, oh, that was not a good, you know what I mean? Like, because you put that out into the universe, out to people who don't know any better. So they're just going to assume that you're right and that happened, And so that's why I try to be very careful about certain things, because if you put something like that out, I think you do have a definite responsibility to retract it if you find out that it's simply not true. And I don't know if that was ever retracted, but I think that was my only sort of thing with him, which was like, that was never said by anybody but Alan Jackson. That there's no text of that doesn't exist. It didn't happen, I mean, I get it if he doesn't have time to deep dive, but you still have to know what you're putting out there, like you can't just put something like that out there. It's very damaging to people to do that, to put something like that out there that simply isn't true. So if you can't deep dive, then it's best to just not say things if you didn't check, And I think that's where I had the problem, which is, listen, you got a channel, you better deep dive. That's the problem. If you're going to do a case and talk about a case, then you're going to have to do a kind of a deep dive, whether you have time to or not. You better make some time, because things like that can really damage people. Like, if I go out and say that Aiden said I'm going to kill someone and he didn't say it, like, even though he's a piece of shit, like, that's extremely damaging to someone. So, even him, I'm not comfortable just making shit up about, or saying something. I wouldn't be able to use the excuse of I didn't have time to deep dive, which I don't doubt that he doesn't, but I think it was a mistake, and everyone makes mistakes, right? But I'm not sure if he ever corrected that. And that's the one thing that I had issue with, Imagine he was just, I am Turtle Boy on the back of his shirt so that everybody would know who he is. I have no doubt that he probably did walk around there with all of his like Turtle Boy, I am Turtle Boy gear on and be like, people are going to recognize me. Yeah, because you get the thing on your fucking hat, dude. Oh, I had a whole thing of encyclopedias. My grandparents bought me a whole encyclopedia. Kept them in my closet, Well, Brian, I'm going to read it. I'm going to say it in a second for the class. I'm going to read it for the class. I don't know why people would hate him. I don't know necessarily hate is a good word. I think that was the only thing that I really took issue with. I think he's very outside of that one thing. I feel like he's pretty good at sort of delving into like what could happen in a case, what the judge might be thinking, why X, Y, or Z could happen. I think hate's such a strong feeling and word to say to hate someone. I feel like the only person I ultimately hate is Aiden, because he's an extremely harmful person that has hurt many, 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 many people, Oh, he could have done that too. I will be at the site of where the Civil War, you know what I mean? Like, so that people just show up there. Yep. She brings her experience, which I do love, that people bring their experience, to certain things, I feel like experience is something that you can never trump. You can read as many books. Listen, you can read all the books in eternity on addiction, right? You can become the director of an addiction treatment program facility, but you're never going to know more than someone who was an addict, ever. Not fucking ever. I see so many things repeated by people who are never addicts who work in the addiction community that are simply just not true at all, because they read it in a book and that's what they were taught in school. But it's not true. It's not true at all. But because they read it in a book in college and that's what they were taught, that is what they put out. And so experience is something you simply cannot, there's nothing better than the experience itself. You can read in a book in college and pass tests on something that is written in that book, but that doesn't mean it's true. They want you to think it's true, but I have seen many, many things, for instance, that medications like methadone or medications like Suboxone do not have an effect on teeth. As we know, Suboxone has now come out and said it was harmful to teeth, but as we know, it is also methadone is also very harmful to teeth. although they will not, the academics will not actually put that out in a book in the universe. They still will argue it has something to do with harming teeth. Of course it does. We all know that. There's sugars in it, which are going to hurt your teeth if you're eating that every day anyway. But you're never going to know better than somebody who experienced it, right? You can read all about domestic violence in a fucking book, but unless you were the one dragged up and down some stairs and choked out and beat on, then you're not going to understand every aspect of it. You know, what the victim was thinking, why they didn't leave sooner, or so on and so forth. You can read it all in a book, but until you experience it, that experience is extremely valuable. Extremely fucking valuable. And I think I like when people bring their real life experience of things, which is what I try to do. And I've had experience in a lot of different things in life. My life has been very full with all sorts of different things. I mean, I've worked so many odd jobs when I was younger, you know, from being a manager of 10, you know, locations of storage facilities to literally doing drywall, okay, to working on cars with my grandfather and my dad. Like you know, my daughter's father was a tow truck driver, and we did a lot of repos and just towing of vehicles. Like I've done a lot of just random ass shit, right? To working in the prison, right? Like just a lot of like things that don't even correlate to one another, but it's all experience. It's all life experience in one thing or another, right? Being an addict, growing up in foster care, you know, being a victim and survivor of SA, a victim and survivor of abuse in foster care, like so on and so forth, a victim and survivor of domestic violence, of addiction, like those are all life lessons and experience, and something that no one can ever take that knowledge from me, right? And I try to bring that into real life and try to help anybody going through those similar or same scenarios, and use that fear that I once had, that lonely feeling, and that sort of drive. I turn it into like a drive to want to stop it from happening to other people, you know? Like I turn the hate and the anger and the sadness and the trauma into this want to do better and make the world a little better, and try to deter anyone from having to deal with it alone if they've already dealt with it, or have to deal with it at all if the warning signs are there. You know, you do what you can when you can. And I think it's very powerful for people to turn their own trauma into something good, or something to focus that energy on, because so much can be done, so much good can be done that way, you know? See, I've always dated taller guys, not very much taller, but always taller, just even by a little bit, you know? If I'm in a YouTube user comment and report it, does it go against the person that made the comment or creator? It goes against the person who made the comment, not the creator. I concur. I love Nan. Love her stinking face. That is fun size. Me and you are both fun size. I'm 5'4". We can be fun sized. Not great for tall girls. There's plenty of guys that like tall girls with long legs. I feel like I know a lot of those kind of guys. But I also am always around guys. My husband plays travel softball, so it's like a sausage fest, you know? I feel like when I wear heels, it's got to put me close to 6 feet. Not quite, but I wear tall heels. I find that the taller ones are actually more comfortable than the shorter ones for whatever reason. And I think it's because it sort of evens your foot out more. It's not at such an angle. The higher they go, the sort of more even your foot is. A survivor. Yeah, that's why I always say a victim and survivor, because I once was a victim and now I'm a survivor, you know? Oh, thank you, Space Coast. We love all those people. We love them all. We love them all. Okay, let's read Brian's fantastic response to this now. He said, let's be real, that was probably just a couple out sightseeing who ran into him, and he immediately started talking himself up. God, I can so see this happening in my head, because I know how he acts when people are there, and that's exactly what he does, talk himself up. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber. I got a platform with 163,000 subscribers. I went to jail for 60 days for a woman they were trying to wrongfully convict and murder. Karen Reed, you probably heard of her. Yeah, I'm the guy who broke the whole thing wide open. And the couple was probably like, oh, wow, a crazy story. Can we take a picture with you? Sure, here, I've got this Karen Reed shirt, probably for Tim Pool. I'll sign it for you. Can you imagine? Oh, my God. Imagine. Oh, my God. I feel like that sucks. Health issues. I have enough health issues already. Probably will never get them at my age now. I'm 39. But it was a thought when I was younger. You know, it's definitely something I wanted when I was younger. Also, they're way too expensive. So unless I go out of country to get them, which would be cheaper, I'm probably never going to get this, to be honest. My husband's not super tall. He's not 6 feet, but he's not my height either. He's a couple inches probably taller. So I'm 5'4". He's about 5'10". So, you know, a few inches taller. Taking a picture of him signing LOL, so folks really. I mean, I don't know. Of all the people to fan out over, I feel like, you know, probably not the right person. You know what I'm saying? No. You know what I'm saying? All right, here, hold on. We got another one. That might be true as well, Space Ghost. I totally forgot about that. Work with the government. To be true, I feel like, you know, again, I reached out to some of my government contacts to see like if they had any idea of what possibly with these asteroid things, if there's something more going on there, you know. I feel like it could be, you know. I feel like it friggin' could be. See, I don't have boobs, so I feel like if they looked better before, then I probably wouldn't have. But I don't have any, goddammit. You know, I don't have any. How cute the boys are battling again. Him and the person he went with are those two people. Imagine. Tuesday lesson he had announced he would be in West Virginia, and those two people specifically came to see him and brought merch for him to autograph. Oh my God. Who would magically all of a sudden go, I'm sorry, but that'd be such a waste of time and money. Oh, let's go see this fucking crude loser all the way in West Virginia for no other reason other than it sounds like a good idea. Like, what? Oh my God, Spy Girl, I love this. So I once said to my husband, like, what's on your license, right? And I look at his license. I'm like, you are not that tall. He's like, yep, I am today. It's 5'10". My husband's, I think, says 5'11" on his license. I'm like, you are not 5'11". Like, that there says I am. So we'll let him think that as well. He's 5'10". Measured. We usually measure my daughter every so often and put like a little line on the wall and see how much she's grown. You know, been doing it since she was a baby. This too shall pass. I agree. Okay, so here's a good one, right? This is a tweet that Jason wrote. Yeah, me neither, my friend. Me neither. The way he said there was so many fans and it's only these two people, most likely it was the wife that knew a turtle. But I agree with this. It was definitely probably the wife, and the husband just kind of got dragged along for the ride. Poor guy. Poor fucking guy. Poor goddamn guy. I love it. I freaking love it. All right. Before we read this, make sure if you didn't already smash that like button that you please do so. I would appreciate that wholeheartedly. If you didn't already subscribe, I would love for you all to do that now as well. I appreciate y'all. If you can donate to the channel, we have a bunch of different ways you can do so. It's also very helpful to us. It's the end of the month, so always the best helpful during this time too. We have a bunch of different options. We have jewels now, not super stickers. I remember this time. We have Super Chats memberships, and then we have the direct options, which are Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Revolut, Chime, our Amazon list, and our link that works for any credit debit card and also works for Apple Pay and a couple other random things. But that one is pinned to the top of the chat right now. It is a secure link, and you can remain anonymous on any of these. Okay, so this is what this says. It says, "Dear disingenuous egomaniac, Brenda Bombard, I'm not sure who elected you to be the arbitrator of who has nobly supported Karen Reed and who hasn't. But if anyone did, they should be looking for a recall vote right about now. No one has done more to selfishly use Karen Reed and her story to promote themselves and leverage her to their own advantage than Aiden has. If anyone's has forfeited whatever good they may have done for Karen, it's Aiden. His planned appearance on Timcast was in no way an effort for him to assist her. It was simply like everything else. It was all about him. He isn't the spokesperson for Karen, despite receiving tremendous benefit from covering the case. He has done more to harm her than almost anyone else, much of it intentionally. So fucking true. So fucking true. You also don't speak for Karen Reed, who has made her position on Aiden very clear, and you definitely don't speak for the majority of us who have come to recognize him for the lying, intimidating, self-serving criminal he is. Imagine you pretending to support Karen and lecturing others who've done nothing but help her, while simultaneously supporting the man who tried to control and victimize her, right? You can say or do what you want, but at the end of the day, you're just another moron obsessed with assisting Aiden and victimizing others. Whatever notion you have that this post makes you a good person, you're dead wrong. You want to support Karen, stop trying to force Aiden upon her. Like most smart people, she's figured out she doesn't want his help. I mean, that's so true. It's so fucking true. All right? Like, I'll tell you this much. Karen hates Aiden. Who wouldn't at this point? But Karen hates Aiden, right? Why the actual fuck would anyone want to get themselves involved with someone who is trying to control their life? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, there's no reason. So Brian's response is this, okay? Oh, is it raining already there near you? That means it's going to come for me in the next 10 minutes. God damn it. Man. Wait, is there somebody bothering Allie? I don't see it. If there is, you let me know. Carnival! Carnival. You guys just let me know. Jessie's there. She can handle it too. While I'm watching this. She was, though. You have to remember, during trial 1 is when he tried to blackmail her. So that was during trial 1. That was the very beginning of trial 1 when he thought he deserved a court seat and she wasn't going to save him a court seat. He cried about it and threatened the Roccos and threatened her, you know? So, yeah, that happened during trial 1. Never mind trial 2, okay? But at what point do you're stuck with him, right? Like, essentially, she was stuck with dealing with him, or he's spilling secrets, right? That's the threat. So what do? Deal with him, I guess. Oh, damn it. That means it's only a few minutes away from being where I am. That's what that means. If you guys are already seeing rain in your respective places where you both are and you're not in the same place, that means that it's only a few minutes out from me. Damn it. God fucking damn it. It's like that little kid on the thing. Fucking damn it. It is raining? Well, there it is, folks. It's raining. Actually, pause. I told my little we would show you guys these because
I want to show you.
Hold on. Our lovely Susan. You guys remember the other day when I think it was the Drunken Sparkle, decided that she was going to bitch and whine about my wish list, which is so funny to me. She said something along the lines of like, something along the lines of like, oh, there's only things for her, which we all know is not true. So in direct response to that, Suze was like, I am going to directly go to Elise's wish list and buy something for the kids. And so one of the things that Suzanne got was this Tabba squishy maker that my kid has been wanting for quite a while. And so yesterday we took many hours, 4 hours.
4 hours.
I think it was more than 6, yeah, to make all the Tabba squishies. Yeah. But we did make them, and they came out awesome.
Sorry, we couldn't find the Oreo one.
We couldn't find the Oreo one. It's somewhere. I'm going to give you a sparkly update, but that was one of the things she said the other day. But that one's the paw print. And let me see.
No, I'm going to.
Okay, well, I don't think you can without your... All right, so let me see. I got to move it closer so they can see it closer. So this is the paw print. And
my favorite, it glows in the dark.
It glows in the dark. Okay, this one's a little bare.
Ooh, wait, I'm gonna take this one out of
And
the case.
part of it actually glows in the dark. And we kind of put,
Mom,
hold on, we put a little bit of black on the back to see if it would swirl around, but it kind of went all to the edges, but it still looks cool. And it does squish if you're wondering.
This one?
That one's what, the paw print?
Yeah, the paw print. I took it out. It feels amazing. That was the first.
It does. They do feel amazing. They are very satisfying to squish. I'm totally not kidding.
I'm better at doing this than you.
Oh,
Now
okay.
stop.
Better at squishing them?
No, I didn't show you. Guys, here's the second one. Clock it. Here's the third. Clock it, guys.
Oh no, I'm getting to that one. I'm getting to that, Nan. I'm getting to that.
What did you search?
Right, I was talking about something else.
Here's my little bunny.
That one's a bunny.
Sparkly.
It's a pink bunny,
And
we put sparkles in it. Speaking of sparkles,
Well, I didn't want any sparkles.
we didn't say that, so we
To
put the
begin
sparkles in it. That's a donut. I don't know if it's a donut. It's a donut or a cake.
It's a donut.
Okay, it's a donut.
Pink little cute thing. You were supposed to use. Wait. Be patient. You're just jealous. So
Of your squishies?
Yeah. We were gonna do a swirl at the bottom, but it's sunken into the middle and on the sides, and now it looks horrible.
It does not.
Of course it does.
It looks cool. It's got this really cool black swirl in the bottom of it, which looks kind of cool, and it's a little cake.
Tabby squishy. Just so you know that I'm not back.
So bad, Jessie. So bad.
Just so you know that I'm
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Put them back in their little things though.
Here's
That's the capybara. We have somebody here with the name capybara in their name, so you have to show them pretty good. The capybara.
Where's the person capybara? Please say hi so I can see the capybara.
You're not gonna see the capybara. It just says it in their name. It says
Yes,
capybara.
please. Please say hi right now. Please. Just do it.
Chill, girl. Show them the capybara. There she is. Kingdom of Capybara. We made a capybara and it glows. This part glows in the dark. The
Yeah,
blue
I'm
part.
gonna show the light.
No, you can't see it in the camera. Oh, we're doing it anyway. Can't see it in the camera, baby, because the light from the screen.
Oh my God, this sounds so nice.
She always wants to show you guys all the things. All the things. Okay, make sure these are back in here. Okay. They were fun to make. We had fun making them. A little messy, but we definitely had
Can
fun.
some of you say clock it in the chat?
Girl, stop it.
Thank you for saying it's a cool capybara kingdom of capybara.
Here,
6850.
we did make a Oreo.
You are the best person, kingdom of capybara.
Here.
685.
We can't find the Oreo. We played with it last night and I don't know where it went. We had fun making them though.
Yeah.
Love you. She literally needed to show you guys her squishies. It took us like I think 6 hours or so to make them. They have to sit for a while. Then when we take them out of the mold, they have to sit for a while, and you can add all the things to it. But we had fun. We had fun making it. She wants so bad. She knows she's not allowed, but she tries to push her limits. She knows I'll let her put like a hand to show you guys the squishes. But you know how she is. She wants a whole YouTube channel of her own. So she knows she's not allowed on cameras. She at least, it's her little hands in there. Thank you, Valley's girl. Thank you. She loves you guys. I talk about you guys all the time. She calls you guys her besties. She told me the other day, you're her fans, not mine. I said, oh girl, okay. Okay, girl. But just a correction, they're not my fans. They are my community, my people. But that's what she told me. Oh, that's annoying. The emojis. See, I see it from a different thing. Okay, so let me read this and then I'll tell you about the ridiculous order nonsense that's coming from the sparkles. Yeah, it's just not smart these days. And if it's one thing if we were doing like a long form video, like family style, but okay. I have other screens open over here, of course, and I am looking at something and I am wondering why people are stupid enough. Apparently, I'm guessing these are cultists. I'm getting some of these cultists think that the Melanie Shittle account is Nan. Yeah, no, I've actually talked to that account holder, so I know who that is, and it's not Nan. It's not Nan. So it is quite a funny name. I wouldn't have thought of something that funny to say. That's exactly why. If it wasn't for the vile cult, I probably wouldn't have a problem with it. Just because she wants to express herself by saying hi and waving hi. Why not, right? Like, it doesn't bother me. But for some of these people, it's a fucking game, and they're dangerous. And yeah, no, I gotta keep my kids safe. You lost the like button for a full week. That is so weird. I'm telling you, something is going on, you guys. Something is going on. But I will tell you that account's not Nan. I've talked to that account holder, actually. They put something, I forget what it was the other day, and I talked to them. So, on the phone, because I had a question about something they posted. It's not Nan. Just so we're all clear here. Also, there's a ton of people who don't have fake accounts, me being one. I use my one and only account because I want you to know it came from me. Like, I want you to hear me when I say things, Although I have thought about, I've never had my account suspended either. So, oh shit, you're right. She shut the lights off. Good call, Jesse. What would I do without you? God, she shut them off. She better have nice manners. She knows better. She knows better. All my kids do. Please, thank you. That's one of my pet peeves is unmannered kids, It's one thing when they start become like angsty teens and they go through that phase of like being angsty. It's another, my 21-year-old still, has manners. So I expect all of my littles to not so little anymore, but to have, manners. Thank you. She is very cute. Also, she is very spontaneous like me. And kids will say the darndest thing. Some of the stuff she says, I'm like, where in the heck? Like, she's just too funny. Too funny sometimes. Okay, so Brian said, the funny thing is, this is probably someone who watched me through both entire trials. They're speaking about this person here. Both entire trials and saw me get attacked for zero reason. And when I finally woke up, fought back and said, sorry, I can't support someone or a group of people who attack me for no reason, they were told by their leader, Brian LTL, bad. Same, right? All these same people who liked me and had no problem with me, liked my channel, they were told at least bad, right? Bad. Turtle said so. Turtle boyfriends said so. And that's ultimately what happened, right? And so then you get attacked until the end of time. So it's like, I went through the same thing. So he said, instead of being smart enough to make their own decision about whether they should continue supporting me, they just went along with it. Probably out of fear of being outcasted or ostracized if they didn't. Fully agree. The even funnier part is that I was a hell of a fundraiser for TV, which is so funny because he was, right? I did multiple streams completely unsolicited and asked for nothing in return. Anything I ever had with a TV logo on it or any event I attended was always bought and paid for by me, on top of the donations I made to his defense fund out of my own pocket. Okay? I did all of that because I believed in him. I wanted to support him, and at the time, he treated me with respect. But once respect was thrown aside and he partnered with Jess to start shit-talking me, all that went out the window. And if he wants to look at our relationship as a business decision, And it was a horrible one on his part. Can you imagine if that money I was raising that he didn't even have to put any effort into was still trickling in right now? It was free labor. So I should be the one that's shamed, LOL. And he's right. You know what I mean? It's totally right. Where is it? $6,116. So over $6,000. Okay. At that point, almost $4,000. Okay. Now he says he appreciates. So that's like 10 right there, over 10. Okay. What in the actual fuck is wrong with him, right? So if all these people were raising money for him, including Mike, what a great business decision, huh? I said, I'll add this. What exactly has the crew he's chosen to align himself with over the past year, Will, Jess, Nurse Kim, Jimmy, Melanie, actually done for him? In my opinion, very minimal. Big deal. They showed up on his fundraiser on his channel for what? Presents. To keep up with the Joneses so they don't lose those subscribers and that money. But I don't see them showing up for court dates. I don't see them doing their own pop-up fundraisers for him. I don't see that same level of effort. Meanwhile, myself and the Young Jerks were either showing up, continuing to raise money right up until we were attacked. That is fucking fact. You know what I mean? That's a fact. That's a fact right there. Like, it's wild to me that people see, like, this is the like shit, like, this is what you think is trolling him. Like, that's, I mean, do you think we're all gonna go home and cry because you did that? You know what I mean? Like, this is not okay, right? And it's like, you have to remind me, because I, like, with my like brain fog, like things that would seem like normal that you'd think that I would know. No, you're gonna have to remind me. Bottom line, bottom line, and probably again and again and again. You know, Clara started laying into him apparently out of the blue. Well, that was a lot of it was from things that were happening behind closed doors. Aiden thought that he could get Brian to give him information he wanted, or try to bully him into something that he thought he had and he thought he was lying about. Brian was very clear that he never had the video. He saw the video, he never had the video. But Aiden wanted him to say, oh yeah, I have the video, so that he can then somehow, I don't know what, shame him into giving it to him. Like, A, he never had it, and B, he's only seen it. But D, why is it anybody's fucking business what Brian covers or what he doesn't in what trials? Why? Because Aiden thought that was going to be another into another big case that he could get attention on. And so he wanted that information, right? And he was going to try to bully his way into it. I mean, that's sad, you know? Yeah, JFK, Mike, Brian, me, Sean. I mean, the list goes on and on, you know? On and on and on and on. Nan, I mean, the list just keeps going, you know? But see, that's the problem, is a lot of the turtle writers, like, other people don't know they're turtle writers per se, and they just see a bunch of people saying this shit. They just repeat it. You know what I mean? They'll just repeat it over and over and over. And so they assume then that it's true, which it simply isn't. Now, you guys are gonna like this one, okay? Let me get to the Sparkle's lost her mind stuff. So the Sparkler, Drunken Sparkle, decided it would be such a grand idea. Now, mind you, this is the same person who decided they were going to call Jen Altman's job, call Meredith's job, brag about doing that on streams right after she flipped from TV's a narcissist to he's amazing and awesome and, you know, money and attention, blah, blah, blah. Right? That's what we're doing. That's what she's doing, at least. So what did she do? When people started firing back and saying what you're doing is shitty, okay, calling people's jobs, threatening to call people's jobs, then bragging about the fact that you did call people's jobs, the second people fire back is the second these people, and I say it all the time, I said it last stream and here we are today, and it's just proves to be true again, the second these people get fired back on from them doing the firing, so people defending themselves, what happens? They run to the police station and cry and claim harassment and claim that everyone's against them and trying to hurt them. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. So let me just show you the Sparkles recently went to the court and asked for a order against Jen Altman and Meredith. That's what she asked for, which is absurd because you cannot silence somebody's First Amendment. She didn't threaten you in any way, shape, or form. Okay. She put out information that if you hadn't kept harassing her fucking life, then probably nobody would have to put out. Just saying. Okay. Yeah. It's just daddy has trained them well. So they just run to the police stations and waste the time of the cops and the court systems to try to silence people against having to defend themselves. Right. Here's an idea. They wouldn't have to defend themselves if you didn't just spew nonsensical shit you heard from said turtle. Right. Right. That's very true. It's a very obvious pattern, Jaren. So obvious that it's hard to see how they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? It's wild. It's absolutely fucking wild. But nonetheless, I'll show you. Hold on, let me get it. As a matter of fact, I think Jen had it here, or maybe Meredith had it. Hold on. I know Jen had it. I think I bookmarked it. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I love that I'm in Muppetville. I love my Muppet. Yes, no, I'm dead serious. Oh, yeah, by the way, Scott put this out yesterday. I just want to show you guys Mini Bettero for like 13 seconds because it's a 13-second clip. But like, you know, it's Tim and Mini Bettero right here. Everybody say hi to Tim and Mini Bettero.
Jesus Christ, Tim, I can't take this shit much more. He's killing me. Jesus, I think I'm getting smaller. I know, Mark. He's quite a handful. Grab that whiskey.
I'm sorry, it's so fucking funny. I can't. Also, on a completely unrelated topic, Michael Keaton, as you guys heard my little the other day do her little Batman voice, because she does I am Batman, and she puts the little, you guys can't see, but what she does is she puts her hand up like this to do the Batman goggles, and she says, I am Batman in the Batman voice. Well, Michael Keaton did a Kent State commencement speech, and he wrapped it up with saying,
I've got one more thing to say, and it'll only take me a second. I've got 2 words that I want you all to remember. They're very important. And if I leave you with anything, I'm going to leave you with these 2 words. And those 2 words are, I'm Batman. I've got one more thing to say, and
that made my day. Completely unrelated, but made me smile. Batman. I'm Batman. Oh, maybe I didn't bookmark it. Where the fuck is it? Oh. All right, you know what? Meredith has to have it, I think. I feel like she's got to have it, or Jen has it. One of the two does. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Well, folks, as we all know, it was inevitable. The cancellation heard around the world has made its way to Rogan. That's fucking hilarious. Okay. The Uber thing. Where is it? Oh, this is. Remember, I read this tweet the other day. So fed up with everyone and everything, says Ethel. I'm about 30 seconds away from taking a months-long hiatus from all this. Like, no, you're not. The grift is too strong for you. No, you're fucking not. And then, of course, what's the Sparkles say? I feel the same way. They won't leave me alone either, Jess. I mean, that's just so hilarious to me. They won't leave you alone. They won't leave you alone. Not that you were calling their jobs and, no, none of that, right? It couldn't be that. Couldn't be you caused it yourself at all, right? Never that, right? Not even that. It's they are coming for you, right? That's the thing. Like, get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. Like, I can't with that nonsensical bullshit. Hold on, I'm gonna find. God damn it, Jen! Stop changing your fucking at. No. Okay. Here's the Sparkle tweet, right? This is her claim. Hi, all. So my recent need for time for a project / situation required a bit of writing and regarding cyber stalking, New Hampshire statute. I went to the police and they referred me to the Superior Court. I filed a stalking petition against Jen Altman and Meredith O'Neill based on the information provided. The judge determined a hearing needed to take place on 6/24/26 at Nashua, New Hampshire Superior Court at 1 p.m. Courtroom number 2. She puts it all out there, of course, right? The defendants, Jen and Meredith, must appear along with myself. What she leaves out of this, of course, is that in that thing, oh, I'm going there next, don't you worry. What she leaves out here is that the judge denied her ex parte order, harassment order or restraining order. The judge flat out denied that. And they have to have a hearing, I guess. In New Hampshire, I guess even like usually once it's denied here, you don't get like a hearing on top of it. It's denied, and that's it. It's the end of it. In New Hampshire, even though the order was denied, they still have a hearing. So a hearing's going to happen. But a judge already said no. Okay, judge already was like, yeah, no, you don't have enough here for a fucking order. Of course they don't. It's First Amendment. They can say whatever the fuck they want about you. They're not threatening you. They're not calling your home. They're not calling your job, right? And you were calling their job. So if then they contact, yours, they had every right to at that point and saying, hey, one of your employees is weirdly contacting my job based on what a sewer turtle told them and is harassing my life. They didn't do that. But if they had, that wouldn't have been in response, right? All they've done is just say things on social media to point out the hypocrisy and the lying, right? And of course, she can't help herself. She can't help herself. I need an order on these people. You're not going to get an order. Why? Because it doesn't qualify for a fucking order. And here's an idea. If you left these people the fuck alone, maybe, just maybe, you wouldn't have to worry about shit. Kylie said she'll show up against the petition, against Marie's petition. She said, you have willfully and knowingly spent hours and hours and hours publicly stalking and harassing Jen and Meredith. You can log out and unplug at any time, but you're the agitator. You are creating your own problems. I'm so tired of this shit. You're laughing because and that's the thing. Kylie sent her a $10 gift card. Try to, show her that like kindness is a thing, right? And that you can just be a good human and not a shit person. She said, you're laughing because I sent you a gift card? Wow, I also sent your daughter's program a huge box of art supplies. Looking forward to sharing with the judge. In the meantime, look up the word sycophant, right? And of course, so people are like, are you now saying that what Aiden and his minions, including yourself, have done and said and posted about the victims of Karen Reed, including saying they murdered John O'Keefe, is illegal? Is that what you're saying? Or is it only illegal when it's done to you? See, this is what these people don't realize is you're inviting now people to say, yeah. So you support Aiden in doing that exact same behavior, but you're saying it's legal when it happens to you. It's amazing to me that they don't grasp the level of hypocrisy. It's such a waste of the court's time, okay, and space. I can't. I literally can't. It's fucking wild to me. It's absolutely wild. But so let's move on, right? Let's move on to Sanchez here. Viva la Sanchez. Oh yeah, it's definitely a Offspring show, 100%. It's been a level of pathetic, Oh yeah, she, Ethel thinks that witness intimidation charges should definitely happen against Kayla, but not, not her or Aiden or anyone else. It's just wild. It's like, how do you defend something that's indefensible at that point, right? They don't care. So Sanchez said, New Hampshire may carry significant legal consequences for Sparkly Rabbit. Efforts to misuse the judicial system can backfire dramatically, especially when the available evidence overwhelmingly indicates that the complainant, rather than defendant, was the aggressor. So here's a screenshot of it. In New Hampshire, filing a false stalking report is a serious criminal offense under the state's falsification of official matters statute, right? Section 641(4). Individuals who knowingly make false allegations of stalking to law enforcement can face misdemeanor or felony charges, potentially resulting in jail time and significant fines. Protective orders or criminal charges, which means that they could just get a counterprotective order or criminal charge against her for using the court system inappropriately to try to silence people that she fucking harassed herself. She proudly talked about how she called their jobs, right? All because you like Aiden now. Isn't that amazing? Fucking amazing. It's wild, if you ask me. Oh, it's pure insanity for sure. pure fucking insanity. But I think a lot of the insanity is part of like what Aiden wanted, you know? Like that's what he wanted. Ultimately what he fucking wanted. So hilarious. He said he will match and double any contributions that the Stina Turtle Rider makes to the Sparkly Rabbit on behalf of both Meredith and Jen. For example, Stina donates 5,000. I will contribute 10,000 to each of them. She will exhaust her resources long before I do. Meredith and Jen can confirm the level of support I have already provided. This is just my Bitcoin holdings. My girlfriend has like 100 times more Bitcoin than me. Everyone cheering on this intentional abuse of the legal system are about to find out that Marie was denied temporary orders as the judge explicitly checked the box stating no temporary orders are issued. Okay. This means the judge reviewed the initial petition and determined there was not enough evidence of an immediate threat to grant an emergency ex parte one-sided protective order, which is what I told you guys earlier. The judge already said no on that, right? No, you're not getting that. That's not happening. You don't get an ex parte order, but you don't have enough here for an ex parte order, especially on a one-sided, because they didn't even get to argue back that she is the one who's called their jobs and done all this shit. They didn't even get to do that, right? And even without them getting to do that, the court still said, yeah, no, like there's not enough here. That's not happening. Sorry, not sorry, right? Sorry, not fucking sorry. All right. 2, the hearing is mandatory despite denying the temporary order. The court is legally obligated to hold a hearing to allow both parties to present evidence before making a final decision. It's very unlikely that Sparkly will prevail here. Courts generally look down upon individuals who weaponize the judicial system. Jen and Meredith should look into forcing Marie to pay for their attorney's fees, lost wages, and travel costs from Mass to New Hampshire. That's a very real thing. That could happen. Once Meredith and Jen are successful in defeating this petition, they have grounds to turn around and sue in civil court. Yes, they do. Causes of action like abusive process, malicious prosecution, or intentional infliction of emotional distress are designed exactly for this scenario. Through a civil lawsuit, Meredith could also seek financial compensation for the damages that Marie caused, specifically including the loss of her job. Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's wild, dude. It's wild to me. Breaking, Netflix executives respond to inquiry on possible Turtle Boy documentary. I've never heard of him. I read the attorney letter posted by Timcast. Documentaries of this nature are of no interest to us whatsoever. Because, of course, Aiden believes that, like, Netflix should take his documentary. Okay? That's, you know, that should be a thing, right? So, where is, hold on, find Jen's thing. She has the order, picture of the order, I think. Sparkly posted it too at some point, but it shows that, of course, the judge checked off the button that says no. Here's the picture of it. Checked off the button that says no. Oh, here it is. Right here. No order. No orders to be issued. No orders to be issued. I know you can't see it because it's too small, but it says no temporary orders are issued. That's the box, okay? Well, I feel like it's not just to generate content. It's really to just quiet people. It's to try to get their followings to, quote, help them in legal proceedings and quiet those who would tell any truth that could damage them, you know? I mean, that's wild, dude. Listen, I've been here 2 years at least, and I've never had to go to court for anything because I don't stalk or harass people. Just saying. Isn't that amazing? See what happens when you know, get yourself into a cult? Just saying. Just fucking saying. Like, wild to me. Fucking absolutely wild. You know? It's definitely her own actions. She calling her work, calling Jen's work, calling Meredith's work, and then bragging about it. That was awfully fucking stupid if you ask me. How stupid does one person have to fucking be? Just saying. Oh, Scott said he's going to be in the processing room all day, getting a thank you video together for our community that is 3 hours in already, but you're all worth it. Oh, I love it. I love it, Scott. I love it. Think it's a way to create content and drama? I mean, it could be. Could be. Definitely could be. Somewhere tonight in the back hills of West Virginia, a phone call was made.
So, Turtle Boy's canceled, huh? Well, I guess that means I'll just have to find a new way to amuse myself.
Everybody heard me call you a coon, not to mention that you weren't shit without me and did an intervention. You were raising funds, I tried to shut it down. Boots on the ground, try to burn it down. But I need you now. Together we're a force, we're back again. Marquee lights, my name is first and Karen. Forget about the things I said. Focus on us two instead, 'cause I need you now.
I mean, these people don't make good decisions, right? Aiden doesn't make good business decisions. He shits on pretty much everyone who has ever helped him, right? When he gets jealous or upset, then he immediately turns into harassing them and trying to destroy their lives. And I just find it funny because how fucking stupid does one person have to be? How stupid does one person have to be? Look at all the people who raised money for him without being asked, like Brian and Mike back then. You know, he shows himself eventually to everyone, and so does the rest of his crew. It's only a matter of time before people figure it out. It just saddens me that it takes people that long, right? All the money they've wasted, and that then deters them from actually supporting other creators that don't do that shit, right? And it's sad to watch because then they've wasted their own money where they could have went on a trip or went out somewhere or enjoyed themselves, you know? Don't take that shit for granted, being able to go out, enjoy yourself, even if it's just ice cream for your kids, because not everybody has the funds to be able to do those extra things. And so it's like, these people waste their hard-earned money thinking that they're doing something good or that they're standing for something good, and when in reality, they're not, right? They're simply not. And when they find out, they've already wasted enough time, effort, energy, money, and now it's another energy vampire to realize the people that you thought were standing for something weren't standing for anything but themselves.
Here we are in West Virginia talking to Turtle Boy. Sir, after saying you love to cancel others, do you feel different now that you've been canceled? It's the price of fame. Well, there you have it. Because of his immense fame, Turtle Boy is all right with being canceled. That's good, because this won't be the last one.
True that. It will not be the last one. I can tell you that much. It will not. Ruby's got a Muppet. Where's the girl got a Muppet? This picture, I love this picture. I mean, there was a ton of turtle tanties that happened, folks. Okay, there was a lot of happening here. Yeah, he did call the police. What a bad boy! He called the police to report his missing shoe.
I am the fucking bad boy of the internet. I am the baddest boy on this block, on the whole internet block. Like nobody, like all these people. Oh, I'm controversial. Oh, this person's controversial. No one's more controversial than me. I am the most dangerous person on this platform who has ever existed, I would say.
What a dumbass to say that out loud. How fucking stupid do you have to be? I'm the most dangerous. Yeah, just give YouTube another reason to shut you down, you fucking moron. Wowza, you are a genius, sir. You're an absolute genius. People do make mountains out of molehills, but he helps make those mountains out of molehills. You used to be an addict. Oh, that means you're still a junkie. So me used to be an addict 20 years ago means I must still be a junkie now, right? Like that's the mountain out of the molehill, right? Completely forgetting that like in that time, I became a volunteer advocate and worked in the prison system, right? Those things don't matter. They just get ignored. You were an addict once, so you must still be a junkie. We'll just call you a junkie. Like that's where he goes with shit to try to make that mountain out of the molehill. I have nothing to hide from, right? I share my life with you guys because I'm a cautionary tale of what happens to someone who had to deal with a lot of fucking abuse and just was overwhelmed with that feeling of helplessness and just pure fear, right? I didn't care at that point whether I lived or died by the time I became an addict because I just believed that life was just always going to be horrible like that I was always going to have to go through something really horrific and traumatic, like I had been in fight or flight my entire life at that point. And so I just simply didn't care, simply did not care even about myself at that point in life. And I share these things on purpose, right? So that people know that anybody who's gone through it knows they're not alone, right? Or anybody who had a relative or a significant other who went through it know that they're not alone, right? And also as a warning as to what can happen if you don't take the proper steps to address the trauma with anyone. It doesn't have to be a therapist. Everybody thinks it has to be a professional right away. It doesn't. It could be a friend, but you got to get it out. You know what I mean? You got to get it out. No matter what the trauma is specifically, you got to get it out. Oh God, my throat, dude. I feel like I'm about to get strep throat because my throat is like, that's the last, and I'm getting a headache. And that's the last thing I need and can afford to do is be sick. I'll tell you that much. Everybody pray for me. I can't get sick. I can't get sick. I have no immune system, but I cannot get sick. Cannot do that. My lips are super chapped. Probably from all the rain yesterday. My lips are super duper chapped. So that was fucking genius, right? Oh God, look at this thing. My Twitter interaction circle. I have a Twitter interaction circle. That's kind of fun. Okay, so what exactly is Ethel busy doing right now? What is she busy doing? She got a show for 3 hours a day. 2 kids who are in school and are working. A mother she pays zero attention to. A husband she makes sleep on the couch. She husband sleep on the couch. I could not imagine my husband sleeping on the couch. My comfort is that he sleeps next to me. You know what I mean? I can't. I literally can't. It is dangerous. It's extremely dangerous. And to be such a miserable human that all you want to do is hurt other people, it's fucking wild to me. I could not imagine my husband sleeping on a couch. Like, no, he's my comfort. You know, like I usually can't even fall asleep until he's already in the bed, you know, like that's my comfort to know that like I'm safe, you know, and I could not imagine him sleeping on the couch just like every night. Like, listen, I snore and he does not sleep on the couch. To be fair, he snores too, but I don't snore super duper loud, but especially when I'm sick or something, I snore. But she said, and I'm sure she naps every day for at least an hour. What the fuck is she too busy with? I would love to take a nap every day for at least an hour. I fucking wish. I fucking wish. Even when I want to take a nap these days, I can't sleep during the day. I simply cannot do it. You know, it's sad, really sad. Weird, she posted this big long message regarding Brockton Ho and the narrative that is being pushed. I wonder if Jessica finally messaged her back instead of just telling everyone how busy she is and how she isn't a grifter and how she doesn't ignore the pores. Oh, nice. I want to address something I saw online this week. One of my fans made some online comments about not getting any response from me for texts that she sent. I guess, maybe out of frustration, she said that she felt only people who support me financially get to interact with me. I am not upset with her for saying that, although it is not accurate. Are we like for real with that? Of course it's accurate. Of course it's fucking accurate. It's the same shit Aiden does. Unless you give a hefty amount of money, she's gonna pay any mind to you, dude. Listen, I talk to anybody who reaches out to me. Anyone. Whether you've ever donated or not. It doesn't fucking matter to me. You're all human beings and you all deserve a response from me. Now, would that be possible if I was in the millions of fans and viewers and I, you know, had fucking 100,000 messages a day? Probably not. But at the very least, I would be making sure that I told people that like, hey, I saw emails from a lot of you, and I would make it a point to try to respond as many as I could, even if it was a short and sweet, like, thank you, I appreciate you, I read your message, because I would read them, you know, but I'm not. I'm a small channel. She's a small channel. She can respond to people, right? She chooses not to because she simply doesn't give a fuck. That's the difference. And so, listen, I would love to be able to take naps, man. It's one thing, though, to say you can't respond to people because you're so busy, but then you tell everybody you take an hour-long nap a day. Well, maybe, you know, before you take the nap or after you take the nap, respond, you know? The message I saw from this woman who she speaks of here was basically saying that she had sent some things via Amazon and I donated a few times, but that she was trying to sort of like do a meetup with them the next time they go to the casino, which is apparently a lot. I mean, listen, I can't waste fucking money at a casino, dude. Once in a blue moon, you take your trip to the casino and you have fun. Like, okay, that's one thing. But if you're going all the time, like, you're just wasting fucking money you don't have. no, thank you. I don't have it to waste. But this lady was very serious about like she was just trying to like meet up with, like, as Jess has done with other people. Like, and she just wanted to, yeah, like all she had to do was really just respond. It's not that hard, you know. Like, and she didn't. And this person was like, it seems like she only responds to people that are constantly donating, and it's like, well, that's exactly what's happening. It's the same way that Aiden operates. And even those people he barely fucking acknowledges, other than to, message back and forth in DMs and say a few things here or there. When he needs them, he'll reach out. When he needs them to do something or say something, he'll reach out. But other than that, no. So I have no doubt that, in my opinion, Jess is full of shit. She's full of fucking shit, right? I am not upset with her saying that, although it's not accurate. Some haters of mine have now shared those comments, adding to it saying that I simply grift off my followers. Feeling sad for this woman who just can't get a response from me. Thanks to your post, it made me dig into what was really going on. Random Brockton Horse text messages were all flagged in my phone as spam. I never saw any of them. I typed her name into my phone and the text and numbers showed up, but they were not visible otherwise. I'm attaching screenshots of what I saw. When I first started this, I had a few fans text me and I would interact with those fans often. As my fan base grew, I can't see what that word is. See how hard it is for me to respond to each and every message. This week alone, I received, nobody cares how many you receive, okay? I received text messages from 96 different fans. Okay, cool. I receive stuff like that all the time, and I respond to all of them. 96, that's it? This week? That's it? 96, and you couldn't respond. Come on, man. Stop it. The shows are another thing. I've actually never been to one of those shows at, like, Mohegan. But those are fun, The shoot that does take the cake. Almost 100 people who I try very hard to respond to, interact with, and connect with. I offer my phone number for those who want to share, add to the shows, give ideas, help with issues, or just tell me their stories. That's what an email is for, Jess, not a fucking phone number, okay? Listen, I would give my phone number to anybody who would want it, who would need to talk to me personally, and I have given it to anybody who wanted to talk to me personally. But a lot of the times, people just email or DM me, which I respond to, right? And yes, some of my stuff has been flagged by spam, and I do believe she used that fucking excuse because she heard me say it the other day when some of the stuff was in my Twitter account, which is like hidden messages account. I've never seen that before. I always check the spam one, but it's usually spam. But there's another one called like hidden messages that I like didn't know was there until I saw it. And so I responded though. As soon as I saw all of them, I still responded. The fact is, she still didn't respond to this lady, right? Even after seeing all this online until the backlash came. So even though she saw the message from this lady on Twitter, she saw her posting these things, she still didn't fucking reach out to that lady until the backlash from other people came. What does that tell you? Like, come on, man. Seriously. I love it. And it's for sure one of the highlights of my job, but it's hard to respond to all. I'm sorry, I'm not buying what she's selling here. I read everything and try to respond when I can, and I believe that most fans know that. I'm sorry to the haters who are salivating at the signs of me ignoring my bunnies and pouncing on the opportunity to push this narrative, but it just isn't true. You should be so lucky to have the following I have. They are wonderful. And Random Brockton Horde, I love the pores because I am one. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense, dude. I love the pores because I am one. Listen, anybody who's poor doesn't call us pores, okay? Yes, we're fucking poor, but we don't call ourselves pores. We say we're fucking broke, right? Like, I don't go around being like, I'm a poor. That's us. We're the pores. Who the fuck? Like, what? Yes, I'm broke. After I pay my bills, there is nothing left. there's not enough left to even pay all the bills at once, right? But like, that's life. But I'm certainly not going to run around being like, I love the pores because I'm the pores. Like, what? The fuck does that even mean? I didn't know how much money you made decided who you were. Like, what? I can't. I fucking can't. Of course she is. Of course she is. Hello. It's just wild to me, It's wild that these are fans, not friends, so email or more best for business. Well, that's the thing, though. I don't always see my community as fans, though. I see you all as different people, Like each and every one of you is a different individual, and I see you all as part of the overall community, not just fans. I feel like fans is a shit word, you know? I feel like fans is just a shitty ass fucking word. It's a word, like it's one of those words that like I feel like tries to put everyone in a box of like you're like fangirling or fanguying. Like that's not a no, that's not a fucking thing. It's not a thing. I have no control over the ads. I have no control over the ads whatsoever. That's a YouTube thing. Once you're monetized, YouTube chooses where to put the ads and how many to put. So I have no idea. Everyone sees different ones in a different amount, and I don't know. I'm just saying, like that's fucking weird. We're the poors. That's us. We're the fucking poors. You know, we're just gonna all hang out with the poors. We're all cool. We're poors together. Like what? Yeah, that's YouTube. I have no control over that whatsoever. You know, none at all. It's fucking wild to me. You know, it's true. It's crazy. You know, it's fucking crazy to me. I feel like that's just a weird word to use, though. I don't know. Maybe it's just me specifically that doesn't like it. I don't like that word, fans. It feels very. I don't know. It feels almost like inhumane to call people fans. Like for me, it's a community of people because I like to get to know each and every one of you when I can. Right? Like if someone reaches out, like we'll just literally talk back and forth email about all sorts of random shit. All sorts of random shit. So I don't see people as fans. I see them as just people. You know, I just see them as human beings, people who are part of the community. And I like meeting new people. I like getting to know new people. Like I'm a people person. You know, I don't even like the word followers. I feel like I mean it's not as bad. I feel like as fans, but you know, I don't give my cell number out to just anyone, but I will give it if someone, you know, calls and is like, hey, I'm, you know, having an anxiety attack. I need somebody to talk to. Or, hey, I have something I would like to talk to you about. Like, if that's the case, then I don't mind giving my number to that person. I don't give the entire internet. I don't give it out the way she does. It's a safety issue. But I have no problem if someone needs that extra support or someone to talk to, someone to cry to, someone to yell at, you know, someone to just listen, or someone who just wants to shoot the shit, talk about recipes. We can talk about, you know, life, you know. But most of the time it's DMs and emails that I respond to, which is totally fine, you know. And also many people know people who have my number. So if they really need to get in touch with me, they just get in touch with that person and that person will tell me like, hey, is it okay if I give, you know, so-and-so your number for this reason? You know, you gotta, everyone's gotta have their boundaries in peace, you know, as well. But I don't like the word. I don't like the fucking word fan. I don't like it. I just don't like it. It feels very distant, right? Like it feels distant. It feels like you're just a number in a bunch of other people. I don't like it. I don't fucking like it. It doesn't feel like that for me, you know? I don't feel like people who watch me are fans. I feel like it's just one community. It's one big community of really intelligent, smart, kind, funny, outgoing people who are from all walks of life, from all over the world, who have their own stories to tell and information to share and experience on life. And when you put it all together, it's a community. It's just, you know, my grandparents used to say it takes a village. It's a village. It's a village, you know? Yeah, I get that. I was actually talking to another creator earlier today on the phone, and I was saying to him that like I think that people don't take the opportunity to sort of get to know their community in the way that I do, and I feel like they miss out by not doing that. You know, you miss out on pretty amazing people, smart people, different life experiences, awesome life stories and adventures. And I don't know, I just enjoy that part of people, you know? I feel like that's definitely a separate thing. Admiration of a talent is another thing, you know? What? Why would anybody be yelling at me? I do. When someone says subs, that's the first thing that pops in my head for some reason. I don't think anybody has the fucking balls to yell at me, to be honest. First of all, who the fuck is gonna yell at me? My husband is like the most mundane. He doesn't yell. He's not a yeller at all. Never has been, never will be. Oh no. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's oh, you don't like that? You don't like my vape? Take a screenshot. I like my vape. It helped me quit smoking, actually. Sorry. Sorry, Lauren. Sorry, I don't like it. Sorry for you. Are you sad? Are you sad? See, this is how I deal with people like this. Savannah, aka fucking Lauren, aka a sewer turtle, aka a sewer turtle cult. So this is how I do this. Ready? Boop, boop, bye-bye now. Then I never have to deal with you again. See how that works? Yeah, that's what I think of. When you say fan, I feel like groupie, and groupie is not a good, like, no. Followers, I think of Jesus. True. You have to think about, like, the Last Supper, I feel like, when you use the word followers, you know? What a fucking small world it is, my friend. What a small fucking world it is. It looks like I made the cult big mad. They're big mad. They don't like my vape. Well, sorry, not sorry. I don't give a fuck. I don't fucking care. Classy? Who the fuck said I was classy? Sorry, not trying to be classy, not bougie, not classy, just me. Just me. Yes, we were, Jen. Yes, we were. Oh, you heard him complaining about the Wilbur? Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. They don't like my vape. They think it's classy. You know, it's super classy because I'm pretending to be classy and all. Listen, I'm not bougie. I'm not rich. I'm not fucking classy. I'm a girl from very close to Boston who grew up half poor and half middle class, right? I don't give an actual fuck what the turtle, what the sparkle, what the filter little, or any of the other cultists have to fucking say. Isn't that amazing? I don't actually give a fuck. I will continue to puff on my vape as much as I want and not pretend to be someone I'm not. See how that works? You can just not pretend. You can just not pretend. No one said I was fucking classy, nor do I pretend to be classy. I am rough around the edges. I swear a lot, but I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I love just as hard as I fight for the people who have been done wrong. Yeah, was he whining about the Wilbur? Did he make a tweet? Is that what happened, Beach? Did he make a tweet? But yes, no, she's not getting any orders on anyone. It's already been denied by the judge. The fact that you guys even have to go there, like, I will fully go with you, just so you know. Be happy to go. Be happy to go and tell them what I have watched happen. I mean, if that's the only thing they have to complain about is that I vape and they don't like my makeup, then, I mean, it's getting kind of pathetic at this point. This one's just for that. Vaping helped me quit smoking, so I don't give an actual fuck what you think. Oh, the Hanover doesn't want him either? Oh, wah, wah, wah. That's sad. Gee, I wonder if they got a letter. Maybe they got a letter. You know what that's called, Aiden? It's called legal liability, sir. No fucking buddy wants to be legally liable for your big fat fucking mouth. You can't stop running your cum catcher, and that's your fucking fault. It's nobody else's fault. It's your fault. I mean, I don't think everybody wants to be smaller as an independent, but I feel like no matter how big I would get, I would just hire someone to, like, make sure that I get all of the emails so that I can go through them all and respond, right? I know that there's no way to answer millions of people, but at least for those of you who have been with me for as long as you have, I know the names, right? Like, it's easy to pick them out. And that respect is by responding and saying, I see you. I pay attention to you. I like reading messages. I love reading emails from people. And when people send them and they're like, I'm sorry for the long email, I'm like, I love the long emails. I love them. I love them. I saw someone post a clip on X of Aiden saying he turns his deposition into clown shows, then watch some of the Alex Jones stuff. And that's exactly what they used against him to nail him. That's 100% right. You know what I mean? I don't know if he tried to do another one at the Wilbur, but basically they were like, yeah, we're not going to host you again. Not going to host you again. No worries, Spy Girl. Yeah, I mean, it's a million people. Which tweet? I already blocked her, so it's not going to pop up again. I don't think, but Jen answered it. Oh, he wrote a blog? No, he wrote a blog on an employee years ago, and they're defending the employee. Ah! I like it. I like it. I like it. No, well, it's recent that they won't, you know what I mean? He was talking out loud about it on a show. It is spot on for him. The quote was, Mr. Jones' obsession with an imaginary conspiracy has caused him to openly regard these lawsuits as show trials. Yeah, the Sparkles won't be getting any orders on anyone, considering the judge already denied it. So now all that happens is another hearing, in which I'm more than happy to attend. But that hearing, then Jen and Meredith can present to the judge all the things that Sparkles did before they ever said a single word. And also, First Amendment and all, you can say what you want online. You're not threatening someone, and you're not, doing things like calling their job. I think you're all right. You know? He does post on X a lot. Shit post a lot, Oh, yeah, he's not having a second Wilbur show, Oh, my God, yes, please do it. Do it. Do it. You should. I would. Time, travel, loss of wages for that fucking anti-slap. That's sort of like what anti-slap is for. Oh, my God, imagine if someone else booked the Wilbur, he'd lose his ever-loving fucking mind. I mean, we should book the Wilbur, You know what? We should book the Wilbur and have Nan and Brian and Mike and a bunch of other people come. We should all do one giant show together. He would lose his fucking marbles. He would lose his fucking marbles. Imagine the peak tanty that would be. Imagine that peak fucking tanty. Wowza. That'd be a good one. Because available. Oh my God. So funny. That would be hilarious. I would fucking piss myself laughing because he would lose his ever-loving mind on that. That's a factorino. He would lose his shit. If I'm you, Jen, I would have sued too. Countersued for all the bullshit.
To be honest there, I mean, is there ever been a worse mistake than Karen picking, like aligning herself with those retards? Like there was an obvious division there. There was, okay, on one hand, you have Turtle Boy, the Glarer, Nurse Kim, Jimmy,
more shit,
and
more shit.
Justice Served, Melanie Little. Like you got all that on this side that like don't have a problem with me,
Right, shitty people.
And then you got the other side.
Backbone.
Who's on that side? Well, you got something called Boston Brandy.
Something
you got something called Nick Rocco. You have a DJ, a guy named DJ, who is into UFOs and is a clapping seal.
I'd run if I were her.
You have a Boston Beer, his little assistant there. You have who else?
He forgot the broke
you got a BLT
Baker on his side. Oh, that's sad.
You got a Cryford. He picks up dog shit.
Sir, you're the only one who's crying.
You got a 5150 there.
On the floor.
Oh, and you got the Hood Booger Talk Radio.
Full tanties.
I mean, so that those are the factions.
Here's the fucking recording. Hey, let's hear it, Joe. Why?
It's like you're lying for Nurse Kim, though. Like you're lying saying you didn't have her phone number till after the Wilbur. So, like,
whatever. When this is fucking over, I'm just gonna be like, yeah. Here's the deal. Carrie called me up like a psychopath. I fucking recorded her, right, for my own fucking protection because she's definitely a fucking psychopath.
I always respond.
What fucking state I was in.
I'm sorry, you're in the spam folder.
And she also, without saying so, called out Nurse Kim and the Glarer because she's like, and there are content creators that betrayed me and did.
They
Bitch, shut
lied.
the fuck up.
They fucking
Shut
lied.
up. None of these content creators heard shit.
Bitch, I go fucking
Outlier out.
give. I don't have a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, bitch.
Meredith knew that I heard it. Meredith knew Kim heard it. Meredith knew Will heard it. I know they want to deny it and maybe whatever. I'm just telling you, like, I believe it or not, the small little lie about where I got the Flipperhead video from.
Just a little lie.
And this is the way you act.
Like 2,000 subs in the last week. 2,000 subs in the last week. Killing it. We're up to 163,700.
Pay attention.
Dear Karen, you beat 2 murder trials. A movement was built and we all were smiles. It was double jeopardy. The Commonwealth is so vile. Poor parents in the front row, sitting wondering how. Dear Karen, I know John is shining up above. Every little step we take, you can feel his love. You got found not guilty. You made it through the mud. When they talk, John's killer is sad as you they speak of. They selling out theater behind your name, behind your pain. And when they speak your name, another lie they say. Dear Karen, we believe the blogger. We didn't know he was so horrible. Threatening you with jail to make a deal is not honorable. Never told your side, never let it bother you. He kept calling you, went on radio stations, said you were ungrateful and the money was changing you. He curated a cult to low-key hate you. Same group who once celebrated you. Happy Karen was free, now they say you ungrateful. Bitch, we made you. Allen went on his show, gave the little boy his credit. He wasn't in future plans and little man didn't get it. He had a choice to not even stress it, but he did what we knew he would do, and that's so pathetic. Delusional accountability, like you owe him something, like he did everything and your team did nothing, like it's his story. And he's the subject and you're free because of him to change the narrative like you're just a mean one. You did an interview with Howie, you were leaving us. He called you, said you were mistreating us. You called him a liar, said he was misleading us. Told him he crossed the line, and this was the last time. His voice was different, you felt it inside. He talked about how much money he raised and went to jail for 60 days. How he felt he was being played. You spoke to your truth the whole time. You were being betrayed. Wiretap, but why was the recording made? Hit play. Wiretap, wiretap. Why you so vile? Wiretap, wiretap. Yeah, don't own me.
Dude, wiretap basically everyone on planet Earth.
Why you trying to hurt me?
It's wild.
Wiretap, wiretap.
He's gonna cry about that forever.
For the wiretap.
He's going to fucking literally cry forever.
Blame A. Wiretap, wiretap. Why you so vile? Wiretap, wiretap. Yeah, don't own me. Wiretap, wiretap. Why you trying to hurt me? Wiretap, wiretap. Watch out for
I
the
love that they
wiretap.
played the whole song for this clip that they made. Look how
Watch out for the
stupid it is.
wiretap.
Fucking stupid. I'm not looking for the Silverados every morning on my window. I'm not doing that.
Send to her Venmo. And of course, all these dick suckers out there, the Crawfords of the world, the BLTs of the world, they're out there doing it. And by the way,
Where'd you come for the people on your side? I don't get it.
this fucking woe is me crying, give money to my fucking welfare fund bullshit. Enough. Fucking, have anything to do with Karen Reed. I don't want to interview her. Fuck her. I don't need her. You know what I mean? That's the way I view it. I can admit I find Karen Reed extremely unlikable. Tell Karen on you. Go fucking ahead. Tell that ungrateful hag that, go ahead. Tell her fucking everything I said about her. Go ahead. Do it. Support a cunt. You are an unfortunate victim of the story, but you do not own this story. This is not your story to
Who I talk to Nick every day.
Okay.
Can you please?
Oh, he calls Mike Cryford. The only person who's ever cried on the fucking floor like a baby back bitch boy is him. once again.
Can you please not? Can you please not?
I can't. I fucking can't. Okay. I literally, the only person who has ever cried on the fucking floor like a bitch is him. You know, like, bro, you can't go baby back, baby back, baby back. Ribs. Oh, I can't. Oh, yeah, his projection is real, though. He's threatening Meredith not to talk to Netflix. He said Purple Kool-Aid channel will come back. Yeah, he's actually banned from YouTube at the moment. So if he tries to ban Evade, they will just ban his new channel. So good luck with that.
Exactly what's going on here. I'm not retarded.
Oh, he's a bad.
Like, well, how else do you explain 39 billion? Okay. And so 39 million people have watched the Mackenzie Shirley documentary, and almost all of them think she's a giant asshole, right? Why? Because then people go down the rabbit hole. So you watch the documentary, and then you go down the rabbit hole, and you start going online, consuming content, and you watch all the interviews, and you do all that is the last thing they want. So go ahead, do it. Do a hit piece on me. I can sustain it. Do it. I'll love it. Do you understand how big that? She's right. 39 million people. Do you understand what that would do for me professionally? I mean, you think Tim? Like, you guys got me kicked off of Tim Pool.
Does he actually really think that a Netflix documentary that shows who he really is and the things that he has done in this case is going to somehow help him? Like, bro, you might get a few followers. Everyone else is going to do exactly what you just said, which is everyone's going to think you're a giant fucking asshole. 39 million people are going to think you're a giant fucking asshole, sir. The delusion is fucking real at this point.
And look how much that's benefited me. Do a Netflix doc on me. Do it. Do it. I dare you to fucking do it. And I'll tell you right now, I would bet.
Is it supposed to be like reverse psychology? Like, I want you to do a Netflix documentary on me because nobody will buy mine. Nobody will buy the story of me being a good guy, considering I have proved that I am not, and I'm just a liar. So go ahead, Netflix, do it. Do a documentary on me. I will refer you all back to the tweet from Mr. Sanchez that says one of the executives over at Netflix says they never fucking heard of him, and they would not be interested in any documentary like that about him. So sorry, they don't want you, Aiden.
Anything. I'll just say, I'll bet you fucking anything. They have interviewed 5150. I would bet my fucking life on it. I would bet. All of a sudden, they're interested in the Can't 9. All of a sudden, they're interested in the Canton 9. Huh, okay. Do it. Interview her. Do it. Send 39 million people down that rabbit hole. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Right? They're his clothes, too. Funny
might come back. You know, I think it might.
They're his.
Do it.
Hey,
I mean, I dare you to do it.
girl.
If you think I'm scared of that, that is going to backfire spectacularly. Do it. And guess what?
Oh, hey,
then,
Sparkle
our
douche.
documentary comes out, in which I'm the good guy.
Right?
Yeah, do that.
That's in my
Do
crown
that.
floor.
See what happens. I would bet anything she contacted them. Why the fuck wouldn't she? She's been banned from Twitter. What kind of grown ass woman gets banned from fucking Twitter? 3 times now, I think. No.
Is he for real? What kind of grown ass woman gets banned from Twitter? Sir, you have been banned from Venmo, PayPal, YouTube several times, Facebook several times, Twitter several times. Like, is he for real right now? Like, does he forget all the bans that he had to like deal with and ban evade? And he's still banned from like Venmo and PayPal. He is literally still banned from those platforms. And I think also, what's the other fundraising platform there? He's banned from that one too. Like, what the fuck, bro? Yeah, right? Hayden Trilla. You know what? I would love for them to do one about this cult, to be fair. Like, this is peak meltdown mode, folks.
Like nothing, just complete spiraling. We'll do anything for attention. Anything for
Spiraling?
attention. Any way to keep getting revenge. Certainly not going to move on. Definitely not going to be moving on. Do it. Put her on. Put crusty panties on. Send people down the crusty panties rabbit hole. I dare you.
Fraud. He was reported for fraud. Right? Like, sir, you have there's your sippy cup. Should I get my sippy cup out? Let me get my sippy cup out. Okay. Sippy cup. I still need a missing poster for his pupils. I would like to know where they went. Can anybody tell me where these pupils went? They have been missing for over a year, and I think we need to start putting up missing posters of his fucking pupils. Okay? They're gone. They should. I agree with you there. You know, they absolutely should do a documentary about cults so that 39 million people will know you're a fucking raging douchebag lying fraud. You know, just saying. Just fucking saying. The truth versus Adrian. That'd be a good one. You know, I agree with you. Like, why not? I know plenty of people who would be willing to talk to them. You don't even need to talk to me. There's plenty of other fucking people. You know, I feel like that's part of the problem. No one would actually believe this is a real thing, other than the fact that we have like obviously like mountains of receipts of that. But I feel like until you see the mountains of receipts, you don't realize that this could actually happen in real life, and that so many people, even very intelligent people, could get sucked in. Oh my God. People went to the same place as conscience, outer space, probably. Maybe it came back down on the asteroid. I don't fucking know. Somebody else picked them up and put them in his pocket because those shits have been missing for quite some fucking time, you know? I don't know. I drink a lot of water too, but I drink it A, for my heart, and B, to keep hydrated because one of my medications, it dehydrates you. So I drink a lot of water to keep hydrated, and for my freaking heart. I get, I also have like myocarditis, so I have like, it's like inflammation of like the muscles of your heart, and so I get like these chest pains all over my chest. And one of the things that helps is keeping hydrated. If I'm a little dehydrated, it'll pop up, which sucks.
Anyway, either way, you win. They understand that, like, it's bad if you're Mackenzie Shirley, it sucks having a documentary come out about you like that because you're in jail and the facts are all against you, right? You're guilty. With me, no, actually, the facts are on my side. So please do it and build my online profile, and then you will get shit on. Do it, Netflix. Do it. I dare you.
I mean, he's trying to like reverse psychology, Netflix. Do it, Netflix. You'll just bring me money and people. Do it. Do it. He seems to forget that when something like that comes out, as it did with Mackenzie Shrilla, everybody gets to see what a fucking asshole you are, and people don't then give you money. Okay? They just think you're a fucking asshole, and they tell other people you're an asshole. So, just saying, you want to be Shrilla? Be my guest. I would love for millions of people to know what a harmful con man you are. Boo hoo. Boo hoo. Nobody will host the fucking sewer turtle. Boo fucking hoo. Like, please. If anyone does a doc on his cult, they need to talk to the expert on that bastard and his cult. I mean, I'm definitely not the only expert on this, that's for sure. I mean, I could probably be someone, definitely, but definitely not the only one for sure that could speak on this shit. There are people long before me that have a good grasp on all the shit that he's been doing long before he started doing this, you know? But, I mean, there are quite a few people that could, I mean, he takes Adderall. He's prescribed Adderall. He also barely sleeps. So, right? Be careful what you wish for, you know? Be careful what you wish for. I feel like, I mean, just pausing that right there. Does that look like somebody that's well to you, right? That look like a healthy, well person to you? Because that's not what it looks like to me, in my opinion. Like, that looks like a man who is very fucking about to lose his ever-loving mind and might have escaped an asylum. Like, you know, lots of, I mean, I know that this is something that I've been on for a few years now, and as you guys know, I can pretty much predict what he's going to do before he's going to do it, but that is because of his patterns. He never changes his patterns. He uses the same tactics over and over, you know, over and over and over. Oh no, I definitely am, but I know there's other people who are too, and I don't want to sell them short either, you know. Credit where it's due, you know. He's definitely a man-child. He's definitely delusional. I agree with this. It should be next to the word fucking dickhead or con man or cult leader or all of them, you know? Melanie did her crash out Friday on him being banned. Justice Served did yesterday. Sam and Vince went from. So that's the thing, right? As soon as he crashes out, then you have Brokeback Baker, Filter Little, Ethel Machado, on to Linda Bangs, and then the rest of the fucking idiotic crew. It just goes down one after another, and they all talk about it, and they all, like, it's a dog whistle. He crashes out about it, then they crash out about it, right? He says my name, then they say my name. He crashes out about fucking Brian last night, they attack Brian. Like, right? Like, that's how this works, right? And if you didn't, listen, the second that I bring up one of the cultists and spit some truth about it, I know that within 24 hours, his dumb ass is going to be crying about me, or one of his cultists are going to be crying about me, and then it'll just start the cycle over again. I'll get a couple fucking idiots that send me emails or text messages or leave voicemails, or a couple idiots that send emails or DMs, or a couple idiots that go comment on my videos trying to simp hard for the turtle, because that's an immediate dog whistle. So they automatically do the bidding of dear cult leader and his Kool-Aid, you know? That's the thing, though, is like we don't even need a dog whistle for that. He's just a shitty human being. And if people want to support that, that's on them, right? Like, I'm not going to tell them not to. I would hope that you wouldn't, because it's your money and your time and your energy that it's sucking, right? It's an energy vampire. It sucks out all your good energy and fills you with rage and anger that you're misplacing towards the people that he cries about and he claims are, quote, bad, right? What did he do yesterday, right? Brian's bad, Twisted's bad, everyone's bad, right? We're all bad. We're bad. It's projection at its finest. I've never met someone that projects the way that that man does. Everything he accuses someone else of doing is something he is either actively doing or is just done. I've never seen anything like it. This is why I am wholeheartedly believe that it needs to be studied. You know, I have no idea if they did or they didn't. I don't pay attention to some of those people, you know? Oh, absolutely. HBO did a great job on that documentary. Maestro said HBO made a doc about Alex Jones and crushed him by interviewing victims, highlighting the business he made from it, and then showing the courtroom clips. Aiden can get the same, and that's exactly what would happen. It would be a mockumentary, as I call it, a mockumentary. You know, Matai he's going to be crushed like a bug. Okay, I retain, as I've said a million times before, that in 6 months he will be begging on his fucking hands and knees for a goddamn settlement. Begging on his hands and knees for a fucking settlement to make this go away. You know? Just saying. Just saying. I have delved into a lot of scientific research when it comes to cults. And when you apply it the way it is, you start to see, you know, we think of a cult as something that has to have a commune that you have to live with, right? And that's mostly religious. Not in 2026. There are online cults. There are dance cults. There are cults all over the place. This being one of them, you know? This being one of them. All right, let's see if we can find one more thing. Actually, let me go pee real quick. So talk amongst yourselves for a second while I go pee, and then I'm going to show you guys one more thing, and then I'm going to wrap it up. While I'm in the bathroom, if anybody wants to get in there last minute, donations, comments, memberships, whatever, get them in before I go pee real quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Hold on. There was one other clip I wanted to show you guys. I don't know. Not sure. But Aiden Turtle Boy Live hasn't moved from 163,000 in months, saying his following's not going up. And when he said his live today only had 6.7K views, I wonder how many subscribers are fake. Still, a lot of people who watch aren't fans at all, and instead watching to see the outrageous conduct themselves. He's a runaway hit piece train on himself. It's a doctor's dream to study his tiny peanut brain. I'm telling you, I do think it needs to be studied. It really does. Where is that? There's another clip somewhere that's quite fucking funny. Who did that? Who did that? Mitzi, that was super nice of you. Thank you. Thank you for being a member now. And thank you for gifting memberships. That was really nice of you. Who got them? Lindsay Lee got one. Michelle Blessings got one. Spy Girl got one. Jermaine got one. Lisa G got one. Secret J White ET got one. Honey Jeech got one. Maureen King got one. Ragin Cajun Girl, Raging Cajun Girl got one. Turning the chat green. That was so nice. Thank you, Mitzi. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. It's actually the last day of the month too, so anything that comes in today will come in my next YouTube check that they give at the end of next month. So it's definitely nice to get them in at the end of the month there. Occult philosophy is extremely interesting, Allie. I find it fascinating. I find it freaking fascinating. Listen, touch my ass. Love the screen name, by the way. I don't know. I have no control over who it goes to, but I do. I understand my ass don't get a membership. I wish you luck the next time someone gifts them. It is weird the way they choose. They just choose, you know? And that's all YouTube. All right, let's see. Well, you're right, Lindsay. It is either against or for him. That's just kind of how it works, you know? It is. It's either for or against because he can't deal with any middle ground. He just can't. No worries, Jess. Yeah, there's no in between with him. It is mind-boggling, like Scientology. You could definitely mirror Scientology in the way that some of that shit works too, you know? No, I'd say cult. If it was just low IQ with no lives, then there would be, you know, other shit. But it actually does mirror cult behavior and cult leaders' brainwashing techniques and what they use to brainwash. Mantras, the same things over and over and over. Fear, they use fear and disappointment, and attention as a way to reward. So it's very cult-like for that matter, you know? If they allowed him on the Tim Cash show, I think he would have dug himself even deeper hole. No, he definitely would have. But then I also think that legal liability, you're getting yourself into that, you know. And it's like, yeah, let him hang himself, but he's already done it a million times. I keep leaving a comment for Sam asking when she's going to do an analysis on Aiden Proctor. Who fucking knows? None of these people are gonna. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Mitzi's right. Anybody who wants to get a membership, there's actually a thing, like when people gift them, there's actually a thing on your YouTube that you have to slide on that's allowing you to get a gifted membership. I didn't know that. Someone else told me last year. So it has to be turned on to receive gifts, if that makes sense. So then you can receive a gifted membership. I forget how to turn it on. Someone else can probably tell you, but I forgot how to turn it on. But you do have to do that before you can receive one. So I don't know if it automatically is off or on. I don't know. But I had to turn mine on before I could get one from anyone. So I didn't know that existed until you guys told me. It is kind of like oddballs to find somewhere to belong, but I think that they wanted to be wanted, you know? They wanted to be wanted in some way, shape, or form, you know? Yeah, I mean, it would definitely be interesting to see if I could get a doctor or a scientist who studies cults. Maybe I'll look into that, actually. I kind of want to do that. I'm going to reach out to a few and see if I can't get one, because I think that would be fascinating to hear from them. You know what I mean? I think it would be fascinating. Buying some subscribers. So I've never obviously tried this, so I have no idea, but Aiden's been doing it for a while, a long time. You can buy like views and subscribers, I guess. And that's something that he did way back. People worked for him, so they knew he was doing it, of course. And it's something he's done a long time. So when he loses a ton, he just buys more so that it like equals out or evens out. And so when something happens and he loses a ton of subscribers, you can see it, because in the next day, in the next 24 hours, magically they're all back. And you'll see like people, like, you know what I mean? Like he'll drop like 2,000 and the next day it'll be right back up. So you can tell that he's buying subscribers, because that just simply doesn't happen. So it's amazing to me. But it's, again, people who worked with him knew he was using this practice forever ago. You know, the fake names to read turtle chats that don't exist, reading fake donations that don't exist so that other people will donate. It's a tactic he's been using for a really long time. It's fucking weird. I feel bad for them getting sucked into it too, Allie. I feel bad for them getting sucked into it as well. I can't help it. I'm a human, right? So human nature is just to feel bad about it. You know, you don't want anyone to have to fall into something like that. It's shitty. You know, it's fucking shitty. But in all reality, if they had just listened, right, to any one of the millions of people who are telling you like he's not a good person, if you don't know anything, the thing that gets me the most is a lot of these people, these cultists that follow him, seem to think that they know things that they don't know, right? So because he says this, and this, they're like, oh, you did this, and this, and you're a bad person. And I'm like, my response is always, so you have any idea what happens behind closed doors? Because I do. So do you? You don't. You have no fucking idea what happens behind closed doors. You don't know the shit he's done or continues to do right now. You're attacking people based on who he told you is bad. If me and all of the other people who hold back on certain things and saying certain things and doing certain things, because it would out the source who gave us the information or the document, if we didn't hold back, just everything was out there, like it would be crystal clear to everybody with a brain cell, right? But I feel like with some of these people, even if you showed it to them, they would just claim it's fake, say it's AI, oh, it didn't happen. The same shit they always do when we show evidence, right? Oh, that's not real. It's taken out of context. It's this, it's that, it's AI. That didn't happen. He wouldn't be that stupid. Like all the same excuses. And what they find out later on is we don't bluff, dude. I have no reason to bluff. I have no reason to say X, Y, and Z is in motion if it's not, right? I have no reason to say he did this, and this if he didn't. Right? And as always, when it happens, what happens after? Eventually the evidence surfaces that won't hurt any person who shared it. And boom, there it is for everyone to see. There's no reason to bluff. I don't need to, right? He can do bad all by himself. I don't need to make shit up. He does plenty of bad, right? And that's what they don't seem to get. They just, I'm going to stick with my point. I love it. I don't think that they seem to grasp, like, there's no reason for us to fucking make it up, dude. Like, he does a lot of bad shit, some of which people haven't even heard of yet, don't even know about yet. You know what I mean? There's no reason to make it up. There's more than enough, more than a fucking enough, you know? I feel like a lot of them have lost self-esteem and have been through some trauma, and so they're looking for somewhere to belong. But that's just not it, right? I bet a lot of people end up here, as a matter of fact, when they make it out of the cult. Funny enough, they make it out, and they find a place like mine as a soft place to land, and they start to realize, like, we were right, and then apologies are made, and then they realize where their mistake was, and then they never have to make that mistake again, right? Thank God. But sometimes until you've been through it, you just don't know, right? I believe this wholeheartedly, Miss GNX, that more than half the people watching him are watching to hear the man pounding at his door yelling, Aiden Kearney, come out of there, boy, with your hands up. You're under arrest. That would be amazing if that happened while he was streaming. Well, that's the other thing is they just reiterate. They reiterate word for word. And that's how you can, and this is how I call most of them out, is when they reiterate word for word what he just said 5 minutes before and stopped his live, and they reiterate that same thing at you. Oh, well, you're this, this, and this, because this, and this. They use his exact words. I'm like, tell me again how it's not a cult. All you just did was regurgitate, parrot what he just said. You have no idea whether that's true or not. 99% of the time it isn't. But you had no problem then regurgitating it and aiming it at a person you think is bad because he said so. Lie. Like common sense would tell you, if you're regurgitating it and parroting it word for word, there's a reason. It's a mantra. That's why he's repeated it so many times over and over about a person, so that they will in turn repeat it to other people, so on and so forth, so that by the time 50, 100, 500, 5,000 people are saying it, other people who see it automatically believe it to be true. That's how a cult works, you know? It's always ad hominem attacks. They can never actually argue the facts. You know what I mean? It's always him just answering a question with a question or calling someone a name. Like that's it. You know what I mean? It's wild. I do believe some people were born to lead. Oh, damn it. That means it's coming for me. It's not yet here, which means I got a few minutes before it starts fucking pouring. God damn it. Ugh, this rain's got to stop at some point. But I do believe there are some people who are just born to lead. And I'll tell you, a lot of those people are targets of Aiden's, because anybody he sees a leader in, other people do it too. Anybody who is willing to take the jump of picking up a bullhorn or leading, people in any way, whether it's towards the truth or, leading them away from someone evil like him, he finds anybody intelligent, smart, mostly women, by the way, a threat. Any spray tan. It is a fucking spray tan, goddammit. I know a spray tan when I see one. I used to see it all the time when I would go into the tanning booths and actually tan, because they would have the spray tan all back. I don't like the way it's a spray tan. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. Listen, you're entitled to your opinion one way or another. There'll be more and more and more as time goes on. Like I said, Aiden's going to be squashed like a bug, and you're entitled to your opinion one way or another, but you should be looking at the patterns of behavior. If Aiden right now said that I fucking murdered someone, they would magically start attacking me over that. If he produced fake articles and some of his minions claim to be witnesses or old neighbors or old friends of mine, even though they are not and never have been, people would believe them. I can't. No, what I'm saying is a scientist, like a doctor that has studied cults for decades, not about him specifically, but just cults in general. I would love to have one of those people on and just pick their brain, on how the things that he does correlates with the cults that they've studied. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that would be fucking really cool. Just for me in general, would just be really cool to pick their brain. You know what I mean? I feel like it would be. Well, see, that's the problem, is it's an echo chamber. And when you only hear that information from people who are willing to take their orders from him, then you need to start back at the beginning and go back and drown all that out and look at everything yourself without the commentary. Or if you're going to do commentary, at least do commentary of experts in that field about that subject, not about the case itself, but for instance, go watch Tech Stream Data expert on Tech Stream Data, not necessarily her Tech Stream Data, but just Tech Stream Data in general, so that you understand it before looking at it. You see what I'm saying? Yes, that's my point. Tanning, stalking the tanning salon in search of fresh meat, picks up a 20-year-old in a spray tan. Calls the cops because he's missing a flip-flop this time, not a shoe. Probably not. No, probably not. Probably not. But that is something that I let other people sort of look at themselves, you know? What I always tell people is start back at the beginning. Take the noise out and start back at the beginning. Start back at the beginning. It's fucking hilarious. He called the cops for the flip-flop this time. Saw a horse and buggy while he was in West Virginia. I'm surprised he didn't try to con the Amish out of their butter. I was smiling as I wrote that because your humility is admirable. Just give yourself more credit. He's attacked you and your family, and you've helped so many other people attack him. Yeah, but I don't think of it as like helping other people as like something I need a fucking award for, unlike him. Think of it as the right thing to fucking do. And I know what it felt like to not have anybody want to speak out publicly, but privately be like, I know he's fucking lying, obviously, but I can't say anything publicly because he'll attack me and my family. And so I don't ever want to be that person that won't say it out loud, because the people who are being attacked deserve that. They deserve someone to speak up for them and say, that's a fucking lie. You know, especially when they know it's a lie. Because there's so many people that are willing to lie for him and make shit up about other people for him that people are never going to get the truth, you know? Ooh, that sounds like fun. Cult questionnaire. All right, I'm wrapping this up because my head is starting to pound and I need to take some aspirin. Definitely. All right. What's today? Sunday? Tomorrow is Monday. So I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm going to go try to rest my head right now because it's pounding. I love your stinking faces. Do me a favor on your way out. Hit the like button. Appreciate you guys always. Thank you. Thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow on your way out. Hit the like button. Share. Start to subscribe if you already have not to the channel. We appreciate you. I love your stinking faces. If you want to join the channel, all the information to donate to the channel, if you're watching this on Restream, it's in the description of the video here on YouTube. The Justice chats, which is credit, debit, Apple Pay, all that's pinned to the top of the chat, also in the description of the video. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and all that stuff is in the description of the video as well. I love your stinking faces, and I will see y'all tomorrow.